Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the evil that men do. Father God, I pray and ask that you help me to have mercy on others the same way I would want you to have mercy on me. Father God, I also ask that you help me to be quick to forgive and slow to get angry. Amen, amen, amen. These young dudes out here don't respect shit until you put the barrel in their ear and let the text spit. I just might catch a case on my next hit, remove their whole face on some special effect shit. So show respect, Drake, or I'ma have a flashback. Digging through the dresser like fuck it, where my mask at? The mash back with the banger and damage shit and say fuck everything I learned in anger management. Hop back on some east side managed shit and push a nigga's top back when I let the cannon spit. Start planning shit, premeditation. I'm in love with the streets again, rededication. Casket or cremation when I shoot you down. I was built for the smoke like a hookah lounge. I keep big shit that sound like a bazooka sound, and I shoot quicker than ain't gotta be a hoop around. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride, 3 straps, ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Gun on me, it ain't never for show, homie. I'm far from a bully, but I'm never a hoe. Get out of line, my Beretta will blow. Real talk, we can take the beef wherever we go. I bring it to your front door like I'm Uber Eats. I guarantee you listen up when this Ruger speaks. Plus I maneuver through these streets like a ghost, and I'm handy with the heat. I cook a nigga like a roast. On me, homie, this is not a boast. I will still come through, boy, and stop a nigga's post. Play him close, man, Eric will ease it. Quickly off the waistband, man, and Eric will squeeze it. Leave you niggas laid out dead or paraplegic. Niggas playing in these streets while I'm very strategic. I come to your house dressed like the gas man. Shoot you 9 times, leave you stretched by the trash can. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. I don't put shit on Facebook, I just holler in person. Put the pistol in your mouth while you're hollering and cursing. All that shit you kept rehearsing and put on your live, got your clap with the big 4-5. You bitch nigga, if you tell me to pull up, I'ma do that. That nigga who was whooping first nigga that I shoot at. Ski mask on my face, bystanders be like, who that? I ain't with the talking, bitch boy, I thought you knew that. Leave his brains where my shoe at and bounce like I'm on a trampoline. Leave you laid out, nigga, like you camping on the scene. If you want something sweet, grab a peach or tangerine. Niggas won't smoke, but fuck it, I'ma let them handle steam. AR with the beam, you see the red dot? We tug on this trigger, nigga, it'll make your head pop. Blood pouring down to your shoes, call it Red Sox. Your brains hanging all over your shoulders like some dreadlocks. Expect the gang of dead off if they ever cross the line. The Lord said in the Bible, oh, revenge is mine. So I'm just trying to find a righteous path between the two. Before I lose control and do the shit I used to do. This being humble shit is new. I'm trying to turn the other cheek, but I ain't never been a bitch, so watch your mouth when you speak. Your mercy's what I seek, so I pray on bended knees. Don't let me get decayed with the extended clip and squeeze. Lord, please. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps.
All right, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. That's Brother Eric, better known as 16tolife.com. And that's Brother Eric. And Brother Eric, it's a good dude, man. Did 24 years out there in California penal systems, out there in the yards out there in California. But he's a good dude, man. He changed his life, turned his life around. Trying to encourage these young brothers to not go down the same path he went down. Just a good dude, man. Plus, he's a very talented cat, man. Got a lot of merch. He's got a lot of music. Plus, he's, man, guy's a funny guy, man. He's a funny guy. Go to his website, 16life.com, and you get the merch. You can maybe you can hire him for a job, and you got some kind of job that requires entertainment type skills. this dude is a funny cat, man. It's funny, very funny cat. Good personality too, man. Also, you can go to his webpage, 16 to Life. Got a lot of funny stories about when he used to when he was out on the streets and he was doing street pharmaceuticals, man. And he just got a lot of funny stories, man. Funny dude. Plus, he got some funny jail stories too. If that's possible, he's got a lot of funny stories like that too. So go check out brother 16 to Life. And excuse me, I do have permission to use that music. All right, let's move on, man. Let me bring up brother Rico. Rico, what's going on, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's going. Happy Tuesday. Happy day after Clan Day.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Happy post-Clan
We'll
Day.
take it. We'll take it, as they say. We'll take it, as they say on the plantation. We'll take it.
Yes,
all right. So today, who we got, Rico?
Today we got a special guest, a young man that I ran across his channel, through my algorithm because, as you guys know, I got my retirement home in the DR, so I do follow a lot of content creators over there. But I ran across this young man, and I started following his videos and watching, how he was doing it. And he sounds like he came across me as a very, very authentic, down-to-earth young man, and he has a pretty wildly interesting life, unbelievable. And here on Let's Live the Better Black Life, we try to speak about other topics. I'm also trying to push to our Black community that we need to start considering relocating to other parts of the world. And of course, DR is a place that I've chose. That's where this young man's chose. But I'm like, whether it's Asia, it could be in Africa, it could be South America, wherever you want, but become more well-traveled and more diverse. So I reached out to him and I asked him if he would come on and give us a interview on his life and how he got to be there. So his name is John, and I hope I don't butcher his last name, Darjean. But we're going to bring him up and we're going to let him tell his story. And I think you guys are going to really like it. So,
I haven't talked to the dude for 2 minutes. I already like him, man. He got me wanting to move to DR. All right, so let me do some shout outs, man. Shout out to Risa Neal. Risa, we're going to need you on Thursday, man. You're going to have to do double duty for us if you can, man, because Thursday is going to be that's going to be a knee slapper. We got to deal with E Black in the morning, and then we're going to, not in the morning, but earlier in the day. And then after that, the capers for the super friends are coming. So we're gonna need somebody. We need somebody who's solid to handle them in the chat. Really solid. So we need you, Risa, if you're gonna be available. Shout out to Risa. Shout out to the Dominican root. I don't think I've seen you up here before, but shout out to you, brother.
That's our
glad
guest.
To have you in the field. Yeah. Oh, that's our guest. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Shout out to our guest. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Right. Shout out to No Excuse, brother Rob. Glad to have you in the building, my brother. Good to see you, man. We might even open it up for you later. Let you come up and
because he's another traveler that we want to get his voice and then take on because he can fill us in on the I think Brazil, South America type stuff.
And we got somebody else in the chat. Who we got in the chat? I don't know if I recognize this person. OG Patrice. Oh yeah, that's right. OG Patrice, my sister, is in the building. Shout out to OG Patrice. I'm sure she'll be along whenever she gets a minute. She'll be along. All right. So let us. Rico, where you going, Rico?
No, go ahead. I'm gonna bring him up. I was trying to
bring him up. Okay. All right, you out the way. I wanted you to.
No. I got it.
All right. Here he is, my brother.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Look brand new.
Oh man, I appreciate it. I think this Dominican weather do it to everybody.
You did something though. It's like super clear now, right?
Oh, clear. Okay, good. That's good.
Crystal clear. Look like I'm peeping in your window.
Man, thank y'all so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, hang on. I'm just gonna call you John because I ain't gonna keep calling you by your last name. But I want to make sure I didn't butcher it right and I was respectful. Right. How do you say it? It's pronounced Darjean, but no one usually gets it right. It's Darjean. It's French Creole, and that's what it is. Most people just say Darjean or Darjean. Yeah. No, okay.
Yeah. I don't take no offense to it. I'm good.
And I hope my introduction, if you heard it, which you should have been able to hear, it was the best way that I could formulate it, how I could think of it. And I know I'm leaving a lot of parts out, but I want you to tell it anyway, all the way back to because I know you told me you got a pretty unique ethnicity. We know you're a brother, but you're a couple of other things too.
Right.
And where you're from in the U.S. and your upbringing, so I really want to because I found your origin story of you telling me how you grew up, even about your parents. Man, that was extremely fascinating. And I know that there ain't enough Johns out there, but I know there are more Johns out there. And I want to say I salute you for what you've done. But I'm gonna let you tell a story, so hopefully we'll be as impressed with it as I am.
Let him talk.
Man, I like you guys' spirit already, man. That's awesome. Well, man, just to kind of give you a quick background, if someone wants to ask me questions, that's no problem. But my name is John Darjean. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and Baton Rouge. That's right, and. But it's about an hour away from New Orleans, and my mom is from Mississippi, from right outside of Jackson, Mississippi. So my entire family is from the Mississippi area. I have thousands of cousins and friends in Jackson. I grew up on Jackson, going to Jackson State games, and I have family and friends that work at Jackson State and Southern University. So my two teams that I went to, I used to go watch Steve McNair. I used to watch him, and my dad went to Mississippi Valley. So, and my dad is from Opelousas / Lafayette area, and my grandfather is white Creole, and my grandmother is black. So, and then on my mom's side, they're both Indian. They have Indian in their family, Choctaw Indian on the Mississippi side, and black also. So I got a mixture there. Yeah.
Okay, right on, man. Good for you, man. Good for you.
Yeah. So I can keep on going. So I'm gonna stop and then let me know what I need.
But that's good. Right. That's good. So I know you also was telling me which you got a very athletic background, which led to a lot of your travels, and I think you were like a real big baseball guy, right?
Right. Yeah. My mom and dad got me in baseball at an early age. And that's one thing about baseball. I've seen the difference. You have to start baseball at an early age. And if you don't start baseball at an early age, you're going to be so far behind the radar. So at 4, 5, 6 years old, I was playing baseball. Me and my brother. My brother's a little younger than me, but we played t-ball and all the way up to me being drafted by the Yankees. So I played baseball pretty much my whole life.
So you a professional ball player?
Yeah. I didn't make all the big. I didn't make all the big money.
He was drafted by the Yankees.
Yeah, you didn't even tell me that part. See, I'm still learning stuff. Gosh. Well, I knew the guy was a baseball guy. I said he's a baseball nut. Right, I know that.
All right.
Yeah. I played with the Yankees for 4 years in the minor league system. I was moving up, and I ended up getting hurt. But I was a 6th round pick in 1997, and man. And I've done some other things also. I played
what position, man? So you got me now. Now you got me all the way interested. What position did you play?
I played center field, man. I was really fast. I was really
quick.
Fast.
Yeah, man. I was just going to say that. You got to be quick to play center, man.
And it's amazing how I was telling Rico this, that how life works. I'm on the Wall of Fame in the Yankees organization in Tampa, Florida, right? And it says the fastest 2 people that ever played with the New York Yankees is John Darjean, and guess who the other person is? Deion Sanders.
Really?
Yeah.
Played with the Yankees?
Yeah, Deion played with the Yankees for a while. So okay. So my name is right next to his.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah, it's just amazing. It's just amazing how So I ran.
Irony there, huh?
I was drafted. Yeah, I was drafted on my speed. I was a decent hitter, but I was drafted on my speed. I would steal a lot of bases, and I ran a I ran a 6.2 flat and a 4.2 40-yard dash.
Man. A 4.2?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was pretty fast. Yeah.
Man. That's almost a limit. I mean, that's top of the line NFL speed.
Oh yeah.
4.2.
Yep, 4.2 flat. Yep.
Man.
Yeah.
That's blazing.
That's okay. So.
And I know I'm jumping the gun a little bit,
no, it's fine. We want to walk our way through it. We want to walk our way through it. So, were you fast in elementary? I mean, in other words, in elementary, did you have any skills that would lead people to believe that at some point you was going to get to that level, or were you just an average kid, student, whatever? I was in middle school. I was slow as dirt in elementary and in middle school. Slow as dirt. I used to sleep, and when ninth grade hit, I think just my fundamentals was just all separated, and one leg would go one way and all that stuff, and then
know how to run.
Once I put everything together, man, and the track coach said, hey, and I never ran track, and the track coach said, hey, man, you might want to run track, because I was beating everybody in track, but I never ran track. And man, the track coach would always curse me out from the 9th grade all the way to 12th grade. You stupid son of a bitch.
But you wouldn't run track.
Because track and baseball was at the same time. Right. So yeah. Mm-hmm. And we had one of the worst baseball teams in Louisiana, because I went to all black school. Mm-hmm. And my dream was to become a professional baseball player. And they wanted me to play football. They wanted me to play basketball. They wanted me to run track, but I just wanted to play baseball. Right. So, and it ended up working out, and a lot of times at the end of the day, they said, man, I had a coach one time from high school. He came back and told me, he said, man, I'm sorry for trying to push you. He said, man, you made it. You're the first person to ever get drafted from Glen Oaks High School. So my background in my high school was known for one of the top football and basketball teams. I think we got two what do you call that, state titles in basketball, and 2 state titles in football. And I don't know if you ever heard of the guy Lester Earl. He played against Kobe Bryant, and he beat Kobe Bryant in the slam dunk contest in the McDonald's. We went to the same school together.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay, right on, man. Right on.
Yes.
So let me ask you a question. I want to pull you out of the baseball just for a minute.
Okay, yeah.
So we'll come back to it, because I know you also told me a very interesting thing about, with you and children, and I gathered you got it from your parents, how they raised you guys. So without me telling anything about it, I'll see if you miss anything that I want you to get. I want you to tell me, like, your parents' background, and the things they did around family and kids, and then how that carried over into you and your life and what you do.
Yeah, my parents, from when I can remember, I was probably about 10, 11 years old, and I used to always see these kids with broken legs and burn marks on their face and on their chest and missing limbs and things like that. And the police department coming to our house at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I was kind of young then, but I realized that my parents were respite parents and foster parents, and they had done that for about 15 years. So at times I would just remember watching these kids crying and lost and hurt and trying to figure out where their parents at, and some of their parents are locked up, some of their parents are dead, and I could just remember my parents putting these kids with these burn marks inside the tub and trying to wash their body off and things like that. So it really became like, wow, my parents are really loving and caring for these people, and it kind of rolled over into my life also. And I became a foster parent, and I just adopted a son about 1.5 years ago.
Okay. And can you, without, I don't want, get too personal, because I found it surprising where you adopted your son from.
Yeah, he's, and I might have been talking so fast. Mm-hmm. He was born here in the United States, but his parents are from Mexico.
And they had you adopt them, or with their permission, or?
No, his parents are doing life in prison.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Yeah, and I don't want to go into detail about that.
I don't want to know that, but I was wondering, like, how did you come to adopting a Mexican kid? But like, say he was born here.
Well,
he go to Mexico and adopt one, but nothing wrong with that. I was just trying to.
Oh no! I know that the main point. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. I would get, just like my parents, I would get kids dropped off at 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning at my house, and he was one of them, and I fell in love with him. He had a good heart, and he was. It's very tough to adopt kids. A lot of people don't want to adopt kids when they're 13, 14, 15, 16 years old.
He was that age?
Oh yeah. He was, when I adopted him, he was 13 years old.
And the funny thing about it, John, was we were having the earlier conversation, I think maybe 3-4 streams ago. Clarence, don't disappear. Get back in here. And we were doing the whole big thing about the Roe v. Wade and being overturned. And that was one of the things, that was one of the data points that I was trying to push out to the people that were celebrating it, was the abundance of children of color that need to be adopted, that don't get adopted, because we know, once a kid pretty much over the age of 2 or 3, every year thereafter, his chances of being adopted or even permanently fostered or whatever decreases. Teenagers, you can just almost forget about it. They age out at 18 and they just pretty much kicked out to the streets because they're the age of emancipation. So I'm like, my point was, while you're celebrating Roe v. Wade, the number of little black children and brown children are going to explode, needing to be in a situation. And you picked a little boy of color at the hardest age for, and people in adoption agencies will tell you this.
Oh yeah.
I believe he would have gotten adopted, because people don't.
That's right.
So I mean, when I heard that story, it moved me, and I commend you for it, because I'm like, I ain't never adopt no kid. We do got a subscriber that maybe, hopefully, you'll get a chance to talk to him, Brother New Growth. He's done it. But I think it takes a huge heart to do that. And I think I got the heart for it. I just
you have to have the patience and just the know-how, and it's just, and now they just called me CPS just called me last month, and his brother is up for adoption. So now I'm thinking about
reuniting the family. And you have 3 children of your own, right?
2
biological kids.
Two. One girl and one boy, and now I have AB, my son. So I have 2 boys and 1 girl.
Okay, so but your daughter's back in the States, right?
He's in Texas, and my son, he's
there with you. Yeah,
I don't know where my son. I mean, my son lives with me,
but he's in the DR.
But he's just like me. I was a select baseball player. So I mean, these Caucasian select teams, he's so good. They say, hey, we'll pay for everything. Just let's go. And so I think he's either in Puerto Rico or Texas right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he's traveling right now. Because
in the summer they play a lot of travel ball in the summertime.
And I know that I'm like, and I say, well, once you took him out the U.S., you couldn't have took him to a better place than the DR by him being a baseball guy like you. Because I'm like, I mean, they're like the leagues over there are almost minor league anyway.
That's right.
It's like, so
and they ready. They want to say he's 15 and he's 6'2". They predict him to be about 6'5", 6'4", 6'5", and he's almost 200 pounds, and he's a power hitter. I was a fast, skinny guy, and he's a power. He's a power hitter. So his name is Devontae Devontae Darjean, and he is awesome. He's a good, humble kid, man, and he lives, eats, and sleeps baseball.
Yeah. Well, he's got a good dad, so I'm glad, he couldn't have a better role model and guide him and, the sacrifices that you're making for him. But I thought that was like really, like you said, your backstory, your origin story, the story about your parents, your kids, and all that. I thought that was a great way to at least introduce you to the people here so that they would like, okay, this is John the man.
Right. I've and like you said, we talked about a lot of things I've done and accomplished, but I could, the list goes on, and everybody, even you all, that's why I don't want it to just be about me. Even you all have some accomplishments and things that you all have done, because I know your spirit. I know your heart, man. I know you guys have done some great things in your life also, because it's not, I've won some accolades and some awards, but there's so many people that didn't receive the NAACP, a humanitarian award, or the Martin Luther King Award, that has done just things just like me.
Yeah. So he mentioned that, and I think you're the youngest recipient of the NAACP, and who'd you receive it with that year?
The Martin Luther King Award, the All-State Award, that was with the King family.
Okay.
And that was in 2012, I think. But the year before that, I received the NAACP Humanitarian Award in Hollywood, California, and that was with Lisa Ray. I was on the red carpet with Lisa Ray and Kalita Smith. Me and Kalita, she's a friend of mine. Miss Bernie Mac. Everybody knows about Miss Mac. Yeah. So Bernie Mac's wife in the Bernie Mac show. She's done a lot of things for me, and she's an awesome person. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, the surprises about you never seem to end. But that was, like I said, that was good to hear about you as the man. And Clarence, you got any questions?
Yeah, man, because I'll let you do it, and you got him all over. You jumping all over the place. You got to start from the beginning, Rico. Okay.
He did everything. You slow.
Yeah, but you got him jumping around, Rico.
Keep up, Negro.
I think it might be me jumping. Don't blame it on Rico. It might be me. It might be me.
I'm gonna blame it on Rico. Even if it's not you, John. Even if it is him, I'm gonna blame. Because watch, you'll see him blame it on me too. He'll blame it on me too. All right, so Brother John.
Yes, sir.
So we the last time I was asking you about your situation. So you said that's when you started kind of separating from the pack, like in the 9th grade high school area, around in that area. Now we kind of jumped ahead of where I was trying to go, where we start talking about the things you start doing in your personal life. But what I wanted to get to is how you got to be that way. Like how did you get from? Because the average person ain't gonna do that. There's a lot of the things that you have done, the average person ain't gonna do that. So it's really interesting to find out how you were influenced to get that way. So
I didn't want to go into detail, but my father was huge in my accomplishments. My father worked at Dow Chemical. I don't know if you ever heard of Dow Chemical.
Of course, yes, sir.
Yeah, and I remember him in a blue uniform, and he would get off of work right before it got dark, and he would run outside, and we would play catch until we could not see the ball anymore. So every day, and my father graduated from Mississippi Valley, so it really instilled a lot in me. He taught me a lot. My mom from Mississippi, she would cuss you out in a heartbeat, and my daddy was more like me, just humble. Don't do that. My mom would be like, tell everybody to go to hell, and he would be like, Pauline, calm down. So I'm jumping. See, this is me jumping. My mom, I'm gonna tell you how my mom was. So I had my dad, he was real easygoing. My mom, she was cutthroat. My mom has been suspended from my high school and college games at least 2 or 3 times in my career.
Ouch.
Because she cussed out the umpires. She cussed out the umpires. She cussed out the coaches. She cussed out the players on my team, on the other team. They have escorted her off the premises a couple times.
Hey, because on this platform,
So,
we team mama on this platform. What was wrong with them? What they do wrong?
That's right.
Oh, if she was on here, she would be like, you need to tell them what they did. You need to tell them what they did.
We team mama on this platform. We team mama.
I love my mom. Yeah.
That's right, brother. All right, so Brother John, okay, so with all that going on and the differences in your father's temperament and the difference in your mother's temperament, how did you get to the point where your heart opened enough to adopt other people's children, brother? How did you get to that point?
Well, didn't he say his parents was doing that? So I think it's what he grew up seeing.
But that don't mean he was gonna do it, Rico.
Right. Well, yeah, I know that.
Right. I think the everybody would see that, everybody would talk about it, but just wouldn't do anything about it. So I would wanted to do the same thing that my parents done, like, wow, I feel so sorry for that baby and this baby. And then you would see this. And I said, hey, I'm going to make time in the world to try to do something, that I can leave some history on, and not just playing baseball, because baseball was all cool and all that stuff and getting these accolades and things like that. But I wanted to instill in my children and in other children, how to conduct yourself and pay it forward. So I guess to answer your question, it was just in my heart, and my parents instilled it in me.
What I was trying to get to. That's where I was trying to go.
And I think that's a big thing too. Like you said, I think, and which to me, it was the same way for my mom. It was seeing examples of selflessness that reinforced to me that ain't nothing wrong with being selfless and to share and do for others. And I think that when I think about today in 2022 and going forward, I see the exact opposite. I see even in our community, people are teaching our, kids to be for self. And that's heartbreaking, because more and more of us want to need us, and the number of people that are
Rico, you hit it right on the head, brother. You hit it right on the head. Everybody's just like they want to do things for themselves. They don't say what they want to say. They always say, what about me? What about me? What about me? And instead of listening, I noticed kids do this. We didn't used to do this. We used to listen through the whole conversation before the parents would talk. The kids these days, they already thinking about what they gonna say or some type of excuse, and that's what the problem. And that's just my opinion. But like, oh, you're not even listening to what I'm saying. You already ready to. You got a comeback already.
That's a fact.
Rico, you thought it was just me and you. You thought it was just me and you. Even a good dude like John going through the same thing.
I know. We do.
Hold on, fellas. Let me shout out Quantum. Shout out to Quantum Love. Glad to have you in the building, sister. All right. Back to Brother John. All right, Brother John. So now you realize, hey, man, I got this in my heart. But now that we got that taken care of and we got that covered, I want to go into how you got to the Yankees. So you're in the 9th grade. You're starting to realize, hey, man, I got a little skill. I got a little talent here. And then coaches, actually, people that coach people are saying to you, hey, man, you got a little talent. So when you're in high school, how do you get from your last year of high school to being drafted? Did you get drafted straight out of high school, or did you get drafted out of college? How did that go?
That's a good question. So from 9th grade to 10th grade, my talent just really started taking off. And just like my son, remember, a lot of people don't know this about baseball, but summertime is the most important time in baseball. Like the off season. Yeah, high school games and all that stuff is cool, but that's showcase time. So 9th grade, somebody had heard about me. The white guy was named Don Pope, and he said, man, I said, well, my mom, she can't afford to do all this. And pay $1,700 for Jersey and then travel to California and this place and this place. And he said, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. So that's when I started being recognized by these colleges and all of these places. So to answer your question, Dallas Baptist University, I mean, I was recognized by Southern University, Grambling State, you know, all of those colleges, Jackson State. I could have went there, different colleges, Oklahoma, all those colleges. But Dallas Baptist University is the college that I chose because my parents said, hey, this is a good Christian school. You ain't gonna be getting nobody pregnant. You ain't gonna be. You're not
gonna be Rico, basically. Basically, you're not gonna be Rico, terrorizing the female population.
You like, Daddy, I'm not, but I'm not gonna get nobody pregnant, but I'm gonna be trying. I'm definitely gonna be trying.
That's right. There you go. That's right. So yeah, you ain't gonna be smart. And they definitely didn't want me to stay in Louisiana because LSU was right there. LSU wanted me to go there, and Southern University. So they said you're not going to Southern. You're not going to LSU. Because I want you to get away from the house. And they saw Dallas Baptist University, one of the top baseball schools in the United States, private schools. And it's a D1 school. It's the smallest D1 school. And I was drafted from Dallas Baptist University.
Okay, then did you complete all 4 years or did you just?
I did. My third year, I was drafted. Yeah. And I can go back, but I just never did go back. I think I got about 32 more credits to major in criminal justice, but I never did. And plus that price, when you don't have a full ride, woo,
yeah.
That's a private college. That's not a black college or a regular. That's a private college.
Wait, you start talking like your mother. What the hell?
Yeah, that's right.
That's when the mama and them came out. What the hell?
That's right.
Hold on, y'all. Let me shut up, Sister Enya. Sister Enya, glad to have you in the building, sis. We're gonna need y'all tomorrow. We're gonna need y'all. Thursday. We're gonna need y'all Thursday. Thursday's a hit day, boy. We gonna. All right.
I hope you guys are enjoying this conversation with John. It's a good conversation, good talk. But we're gonna move in a couple of minutes, Clarence, a little further into his life where he's living.
Yeah. That's why we gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
I see what Clarence. Yeah, so I'm gonna give y'all the short version. So after I was drafted, right before I was drafted, my parents always kept me in something that in the summertime or something. And this white guy was looking for black kids to do a book on Mississippi and the slavery movement in Mississippi. So I did a book, and it's in all bookstores across, in Amazon and Barnes and Nobles and all of that. It's called Mind Stayed on Freedom. And we went around interviewing black people. And that's one thing I want to do eventually. I want to get some black kids and interview. It was a white guy, but he had 10 of us, and we interviewed all black people about the slavery movement. And I would love to do that with some black kids in the United States and even some Dominican kids. And the book is one of the top sellers, especially during Black History Month.
So you're an author as well?
Right.
Yeah, so humanitarian. I'll go ahead and say it all. Humanitarian, author. And I also played in 3 major films in my life. I was a stunt double. I was a stunt double for Mike Epps, and I played in For Love of the Game with Kevin Costner. That was one of my biggest roles. And I played in Mississippi Burning. that was my first. I had a role in Mississippi Burning. So I've done some things, and it all goes back to my parents. Staying off the street, stay off the street, stay off the street. No, you about to go over here. You going to the YMCA. You going to do this. This is how my parents. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
They kept you busy, basically.
They kept me busy. Yeah. This is how my parents were. I'll give you a great example. I don't know if you guys remember David Duke.
Oh yeah, the clan.
I heard it.
Louisiana.
One of Rico's good friends.
That's my old drinking buddy.
So there you go. So David Duke was running for governor in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. Yeah.
And I was maybe 12 or 13, but my parents were the type, and Edward Edwards was running against him. And David Duke almost won in Louisiana. He lost by 2 or 3%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But those blacks in Louisiana, we had a big movement, and I remember campaigning for Edward Edwards. And that was the type of parents I had. They wasn't getting paid anything, but they said, hey, we're going to walk, we're going to campaign, and we're going to make sure we keep David Duke ass out of office.
Right.
So that's what type of structure me and my brother was around.
And you know what's so funny about that? Why it ended up being so close was Edward Anderson wasn't that much better. He was like one of the governors.
Yeah, they found
the history of Louisiana.
They found $300,000 wrapped up in his freezer. He was getting so much.
He was the biggest criminal in the history of Louisiana.
So we had to choose. We had to choose from the Klansmen,
the Grand,
or the Crook.
And so I remember he had a quote at one point. He said, "In order for me to lose, I either have to be caught in bed with a dead hooker or a live boy." So
that's right.
I mean, but that's how Louisiana politics was. But David Duke almost won.
He was close. He came close. I remember on that day we were picking up people in the van, loading up people in my car, my mom's car, my parents' car, and we would go back and forth to the polls, back and forth.
Wow. And people don't realize this is not like it was a lifetime ago. This is 20, 25, 30 years ago. And people don't realize how racist Louisiana was then and still is today.
That's right.
In 2022. I'm like, we said Louisiana. We didn't say Nolans, okay?
That's right. Louisiana.
Nolans is Louisiana. Nolans is Nolans.
That's right.
The rest of Louisiana, hell no.
I remember driving with the white kids and staying the night with all the white kids on my baseball team. And I have seen 2 or 3 signs that says no niggers play. Can I say that on this podcast? Yeah.
No history. Just the history.
No niggas past this point. And
wait a minute, no niggas past this point.
Yeah.
That's right. And I would tell my coach, I'd be like, hey coach, that sign. My coach would say, don't pay no attention to that. I'm like,
well, and you look at them like, they ain't talking about your ass. They talking about me. You don't worry about it. That's all I'm worried about.
The white kids that I played with, you know, they were all right, but the worst situation I ever had with them was I stayed the night at their house one time because we had a game at 7:00 that morning. And they all decided to wear Klan or put white sheets over their heads. And their coach.
Wait, your teammates?
Yeah. They thought it could scare me. So I looked out the window. It was like 1:00 in the morning, and I just saw 7 people with sheets on their head. And they thought it was
be a good fucking joke.
They thought it was a joke. But I respect my coach today. Shout out to Coach Don Pope, white guy. He ran their ass for 1 week straight.
Man,
they were throwing up. They were sick, and man, but they apologized.
Racism out of their ass.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you know, and he apologized to me too. But man, I wanted to quit baseball. You know, when I had went through that. But yeah, they didn't.
How old were you?
I was about 14 years old when they played that joke on me.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? And you know, I spent a lot of time arguing, even to this day, John, and you'd be surprised at how many people look like us and swear up and down. Racism is dead. I'm like, it's a kid in Louisiana right now playing baseball, going through that shit that you went through today.
Man, that Colin Kaepernick story, gave me the chills because I went through what Colin Kaepernick went through with the baseball part. Yeah.
Right. And you can't, there are pockets of that still exist in this country.
Yeah, I see.
I get upset when people, reject that reality because they didn't go through it. Now, thank God I never went through it.
Right.
But I would never discredit your experience or the experience of anyone else who went through it, simply because I was fortunate not to live in that part of the country.
Right. I see the comment. I see the comment down here. He says, I guess it's tank pin. Yeah, I would not call it a joke. I didn't call it a joke. They called it a joke. So yeah, it wasn't a joke to me, but they called it a joke, and they made it look like, like, oh, we were just playing, but it wasn't. You
couldn't think of no other fucking joke but that.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Well, and I knew that's how they would play it off. It just goes to show you, a lot of it has to do with how children are trained in the home, man.
And I was getting ready to say that they got that.
That's funny to them. You know what I mean?
So that tells you, if this is a joke to them, you can imagine the shit they hear when you're not around.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Right, and maybe though, but maybe that was a good experience that they learned something from that, and they were able to be better people from that.
And 4 of them are on my Facebook, and they subscribe to my channel, and I talk to them all the time, and they one of them is married to a black girl, and that they did that. So I think it kind of sunk in, and
Well, then it was, then something good came out of it, man. Okay, because we got to get to you and how you got to the living in the DR. So now you
because I'm not sure the nexus of what got you there, but I know you're there.
Rico.
Oh,
just let me ask my question.
Okay, ask your question.
Okay, all right. So, brother. So now you have all this success, John. So now you have all this success, John. Right? You have all this success. All right. So, at what point do you start to say, maybe living outside the country is a better option for me? How does that process start happening?
Well, from 97 to 2004, 2005, I was at the top. I wasn't a A-list actor or a B-list actor, but I was running in the circle with working life with Derek Jeter and you name it, the celebrities, and Mariah Carey and people like that. So I stayed in the circle, but from there I decided that this fast life was not for me, and I wasn't making the money once I was released from the Yankees. You hear about the great stories when you're playing ball. I wasn't making millions of dollars. So, but as a lot of people, when you get released, I had a major knee injury. I got released. I had a couple surgeries on my knees. And after I got released, I said, hey, now I need to start doing something. So what I started doing was I started fostering kids, and I also started coaching baseball at high schools. And I didn't have a degree, so you had to become, and it's getting to where you're talking about, Rico. You had to become something. You had to become a security officer or a bus driver, or you had to do something like that. So you just can't be a football player or a basketball player. You have to have some type of educational background. Yeah.
Or administration.
That's right. That's right. So I got my security license and everything, and then I was in heaven then, because I was doing something that I love. Security. Bring a kid to the office. Little simple stuff like that. Break up a fight every now and then. But that was in Dallas, Texas. So from there, Deion Sanders' school was right next to our school. When I say right next, maybe a half a mile to a mile, something like that, a mile. And his school closed down for whatever reason. I don't want to go into detail about that. His school closed down. Deion started talking to the owner of our school. And that's when the owner of our school said, hey, won't you come aboard as a sports director and blah, 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 and bring all your kids over. So I think they brought almost 100 kids over to our school once the school closed down.
Was this in Louisiana or Texas?
Texas, Dallas, Texas. Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't go back to Louisiana after I was released.
Sent them damn boys in that sheet.
Yeah, that's right. But I had traveled around so much. I said, wow, Mississippi and Louisiana is so far behind the radar. And I'm not talking bad about Mississippi and Louisiana, but it's just like, man, it's like they was living
in time.
Oh my goodness, like in a time warp or something. Yeah. So
time warp in relationship to baseball.
What's that? Say it again.
In relationship to baseball,
life.
Just life in general.
Life.
Oh, okay. Life in general. Yeah. Just so far. Yeah. Behind. Yeah. So from there, Deion was at the school. Everything went fine. So I was working under Deion because I was the baseball over the baseball program. I had my varsity baseball team. We were doing pretty good. And long story short,
baseball coach.
I was the head baseball coach. Deion was the athletic director of the basketball, football, everything. Yeah.
Okay.
So so his son, Shiloh, was one of that was the one that assaulted me. So Shador was real humble, real nice kid. Shiloh was
the older one, right? That's the older one, Shador, right?
Shador is the youngest one. He's the baby boy.
The youngest one. Okay.
We didn't have any problems out of him. But Shiloh, he was the one more like Deion. He looks more like Deion also.
Right.
So cocky, so arrogant.
I saw the video you put up. The way
didn't want to go to class, didn't want to do these things. But long story short, and I wish him the best, but they were fighting. He wasn't mad at me when I tried to retrieve the phone. So long story short, because I'm having a big documentary in it and I can't go into detail.
Right.
He was fighting. He wanted to live with his mom. I'll leave it like that.
Okay. That was in the deposition you put.
And you saw that deposition.
I saw that 10-minute thing. And I'm gonna tell these guys to go look at it. You will hear the words out of his mouth, so you could tell that he was even having issues with his father himself, because he said it under oath.
Right.
And let me ask you this: so, did you get permission to release that deposition publicly?
Yeah. When you don't have to get
right. Yeah.
You don't have to get permission to release. If you own the deposition, you don't have to get permission.
That's your property because you came through your lawyer.
That's right.
There you go. Okay.
So I
can't fuck with you about it. Like, no. It's mine.
Right. Yeah, it's mine. I didn't. Right, I didn't steal it.
You got to see it.
Right. Yeah. So I have, and we're saving that for the documentary. We have 50 hours of depositions from doctors, lawyers, CPS, police department. You name it. So
they got Deion ass on deposition too.
That's right. Yeah.
You sitting on that when you watch. I'm gonna give everybody a channel. Go watch this.
It's called
Deion on there.
Yeah, it's called Prime Time for the Truth. Yeah, that's the YouTube channel. It's called Prime Time for the Truth. And
but that's the video name. That's not the channel, is it right?
That's the channel. I have two channels. I have Prime Time for the Truth, and I also have a channel called The Dominican Route. So I keep them both separate because I don't want that conflict. Yeah. So people can go check that out, and it's really it kind of tells it all. So it took 7 years. So I'm gonna go back a little bit. Mm-hmm. I was trying to Deion had begged me to get the phone from his son, and I tried to get the phone from him for over an hour. He wanted to talk to his mom. And Deion said, "Please go grab the phone." So when I reached for this phone, you can see the video on TMZ because they posted it all on TMZ and the videos. When I reached, right. and I did reach
your money, man. I don't want to affect nothing.
No. When I reached for the phone, you can see me reaching for the phone. You can see it on video, and then that's when he roundhouse elbowed me, and and I didn't see it coming, and I took him down to the ground, and he pretended like I was choking him and acting like I assaulted him and all of that stuff, and just faking and everything, mom, he hurting me. And so I put the handcuffs on him. Long story short, I started walking down the hallway to try to get my breath. And I just started feeling tingling and numbness in my body. I said, what's going on? And I knew I had, adrenaline rush, but I was like, okay, I'm not supposed to feel like this, And then I started peeing on myself. Just water started running down my leg. I was like, something ain't right. And then I wasn't peeing on myself because I was nervous. The fight had already been over with. The assault that he had done on me. That was 5 minutes later, and I said, okay, something's going on. So they called 911. Long story short, they said you have your spinal cord is damaged and fractured, and it's your nerve. Your nerve is pushing up against your bone is pushing up against your nerve.
And damn near almost paralyzed.
Oh, they said we're gonna have to do emergency surgery on you. So the next day, and I told it was funny thing. It's funny now, but my girl at the time and my parents were there, and the doctor said, I told the doctor, I said, doctor, I don't feel nothing. I feel good. I feel good. They said, because you on morphine, son.
That's why you don't feel nothing. We trying to make sure your ass don't feel nothing.
So anyway, and I was high. I was high as a kite. And then they kept me on morphine and something called Dilaudid until the next day I had the surgery. But I thank God that I was not paralyzed. And the documentary is, oh my goodness, it's going to be
without
amazing.
getting into detail, what was the outcome of that overall situation? Because we're going to want you to come back when your documentary drop and everything else.
Right.
You part of the family now, but because we don't want to give too much, but just what was the outcome of that situation? Now that we know who and what happened.
Yeah, right. It took 7 years with all that bullshit.
Mm-hmm. So, and initially they accused
Rico, let him talk.
Yeah, all right. 2.5 months ago, the case, the judge ruled in my favor for a certain amount. Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. So, but
don't tell us too much of the details, though, John.
No, what I want to
I want people to go over there and watch it. Just tell us, some of the juicier things so that.
Right. So yeah, the judge ruled in my favor with the lawsuit, and it was just like a big relief off my shoulder after 7 years.
So let me ask you something, brother.
Let me ask you.
Yeah, I like this.
I'll go first. He always trying to jump me. No, my question was this.
I had to get rid of Rico, man, because Rico's going to keep interrupting me. I had to get rid of him. All right.
I like
that. Hey, get your question out.
Rico, let me ask my question.
Go ahead. Don't be all day either.
Okay. All right. So, John, why should people go watch your documentary? What are they going to learn? Are they going to enjoy it? Is it something that they're going to get out of it? What are they going to get out of it, man?
It's going to be for people that went through trials and tribulations. You remember, I was a foster parent. Right. I lost all my foster parents while they were doing all this. Foster kids. I'm sorry, I'm talking fast. I lost all my foster kids when CPS came and just stripped those kids from me all over this bullshit. So the trials and tribulations and I can't work anymore. I'm on workman's comp. I was getting this amount of money from baseball lessons and working at the school, and now I'm only getting a small amount of money because I'm getting a disability check. I receive a disability check for the rest of my life. So my whole life changed, and I had to go through these trials and tribulations, and I just want to show people that, wow, you can really get through it. Some of the times were like, it felt like it would never end. but you can really get through these times if you're a faith believer, if you have a backing of people, and just believe in yourself and know that there is a finish line. You might be in the storm, but there is a finish line. So that's what I wanted. That's what I want the documentary people to get out of it.
Now, can I ask that question?
Hold on 1 second, fellas. Hold on, Rico. Shout out to Brother Daryl Long. Glad to have you in the building, my brother. Glad to have you.
Stick around.
All right, Rico, go ahead.
Because my question was really almost the same question you had, but in a much better way. I'm asking in a much better way. So no, my question was this, seriously, all kidding aside. So initially when it happened, because I want people to understand this, they had pretty much flipped the script as if you were the assaulter.
And remember, Deion,
losing your kids, losing the ability to pay. So you were not only at one point, you were almost like, look, I'm fighting for my freedom, because if they believe I assaulted this kid, I could be locked up.
That's
if
right.
they believed it the way he was trying to present it.
I went from being one of the top humanitarians in the country to being almost found guilty of abusing a child.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to get out. Get the monetary issue,
right?
That part.
And once CPS found out that everything was a lie, they's like, oh yeah, let's give him his kids back and let's leave this man alone. But
because from the initial accusations, that's how they're going to approach it. And it's almost kind of like they have to. The system is set up that if a child accuses you of some sort of physical or sex issue, they come down on you with a hammer, and you are like, whoa.
Yeah. The hurtful thing was, and I'm going back to Brother Clarence here, and both of y'all could kind of mix in a person that Deion Sanders, a person that I was a friend with. Well, I had his phone number. I would do baseball camps for him. He flipped the switch on something, and I don't want you to start hating Deion Sanders after this. That's not my goal. I don't want you to say, hey, like me, don't like Deion Sanders. Hey, he's doing some great things for the black colleges and all of that stuff. I'll never preach that. I wish him the best, but what he did to me was so painful to the point, I was painful from the physical assault, but what he did to try to pretend like I assaulted his son, that hurt the most.
A humanitarian, a foster dad, yeah, man, that hurts.
Yeah, and then for somebody that's so-called a friend, and I met Deion Sanders through Gary Sheffield. Gary Sheffield is one of my best friends.
Yeah, I know him.
And maybe one day I'll have Gary on the show. I can bring him on the show.
Man, you can do that.
Yeah. So, and you talking about sticking up for black people, and he don't hold his tongue.
Oh yeah. We ain't gonna fight you, but we gonna.
Yeah.
You gonna stay tapped in with the family.
Right. Yeah. But he's a great guy. He's done a lot of stuff for my nonprofit organization that I had. So that was the most hurtful thing. Like for somebody to ask for a favor to get the phone and pretend like, hey, I'm your brother in Christ and I love you, and then flip the script. It's
now. Can I ask you this, Brother John, and you decide whether you're gonna answer it or not. So. Was this around the time when they were doing that? Because I remember they had Deion and his family had that show. What's that show? It was called.
I forget the name of it. I want to say it was.
But I know he was going
Prime Time Notebook or something like that.
Something like that, right? It was on network where he, it was a live. What do you call those shows, Rico? Where they doing reality show? That's what it was, a reality show. Now, was this around that time?
Or was it when he was going through
to answer Brother Clarence, his last episode was filmed at our school when they came to the school.
Oh, okay.
Like right around, and so I was assaulted in 2015. That last episode happened in 2015.
But my question is this, John. This had to be when he was going through that nasty divorce with the girl, with the ex-wife, because the son, his mother's name is Pilar, right?
Right. The divorce was already over with, and Shiloh wanted to live with his mom.
I remember hearing about he went through a very bitter divorce with Pilar, the woman he was married to, and I guess had the last 2 kids with. Yeah, last two kids. I think 3 kids. I think it was a girl and 2 boys. It was very public. Deion ended up getting custody of all the kids.
Right.
Very nasty.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, Shiloh wanted to live with his mom, and that's what made everything boil up. Yeah. So I kind of got in the middle of it, and I didn't know I was getting in the middle of it.
And that's what it was. It was because what I got from the deposition and remembering about the divorce, Deion was tough. You're gonna stay with me. Right. And they wanted to see their mother, and he didn't want them to. So the kids is rebelling. So that's
it was a sad situation. Yeah. It was a sad situation.
And you're right. You got caught in the middle of it. Him asking you to do something. It's like, dude, you the damn daddy. I'm a school security officer. I shouldn't be daddy. You fucking Deion Sanders. Knock it off.
Right.
But you played the friend role.
Right.
Got it. And then what did you get for it?
Yeah, I got pretty much just lied on, and they flipped the script on me, so
and the way I look at it is like I said, I don't dislike Deion or anything like that. One thing that I would try to point out to is when we're in this era of hero worshiping, of celebrities and stars and athletes, at least you could see in, and which I've always kind of looked at, I'm like, nah, them motherfuckers is just as fucked up as we are. Because through the court case, you're going through the dynamic of when people are like, oh, he's a good father. Like, I don't know, not according to his son and all these depositions you can go over there and see. And all the things, the deposition that the son was talking about, he was going to put me in juvie. And 2 days later, he put me in juvie and all that. So I'm like, I mean, what are we talking about here? Stop with the hero worship of athletes and stars and celebrities, because they got a lot of the same shit going on behind closed doors that you'll judge somebody else for.
That's right.
Okay, Rico, can I bring him on to get to where we got to the DR?
Are we gonna get there?
Yeah, because if somebody in the panel stop interrupting everything, then maybe we will get there.
Slow. Go ahead. Come on with your slow rolling ass.
All right, John. So all of this stuff that's happening kind of like all at the same time, right? All this stuff that's going on, and you're trying to figure things out, right? Fortunately for you, you were able to take some court action, and it kind of worked out for you. Hopefully, things work out where you actually get your hands on what's owed to you, okay? But in the meantime, what's happening? Because at this point, you're still in America, right? You're still living here, right?
I'm still in America. I want to throw this comment in.
Okay, yeah.
I had no intentions of suing Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
I'm not the one that sued Deion Sanders.
Yeah, I was reading the article.
Workman's Comp is the one that sued Deion.
The insurance company. Yeah.
And then he decided, so them people want their money. Just give them people their money. Just give them their money. But he decided to put me on TMZ and make me look like the bad guy. I said, okay. Oh, that's what we doing. So I said, okay, it's time for me to go get a lawyer. Yes.
Yeah, man.
So, anyway, so that's
you're gonna put your name out there, and then they're gonna try to step on your name. Then of course you gotta lawyer up, man.
So he did the shit to himself.
Yeah, he's just gonna pay people the money, and that would have been dead.
That's right. Yeah, and we could have sat down and talked about it and whatever.
Right.
Man,
So you did the right thing. You did the right thing because you deserve for your pain, your suffering, and like lost opportunity. So I'm glad them people did sue it, and I'm glad his ass was stubborn enough to refuse to do it. And he got it. So get your piece. Get your reparation, John. Get your reparation.
Ain't nothing wrong.
I wish I could switch that money out for for all this nerve damage and
I'm sure you do. But since you can't, get your reparations.
That's right.
It is.
Get your reparations. That's for you, your sons, and your daughter.
So now going. I'm sorry, Brother Clarence. Now going into Enrico. I'm going into the Dominican Republic now. So,
what made you decide the DR? That's what I want to know too.
Wait, Rico. Before that, let him get to how he even made the decision that he's going to leave. Maybe there's a better option out there.
Okay.
We got to walk everybody through it because they don't know.
I was talking. I had stayed in contact with a lot of my Dominican friends. Playing baseball my whole life, playing with the Yankees.
That's the connection to baseball.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
So,
okay. All right.
Yeah.
I got it.
So I had 20 friends, including Alfonso Soriano. Soriano said, "Man, he was my roommate in 1997."
Big timer. Major league.
So, hey, Rico, who this cat don't know? Who this dude don't know? What he ain't done?
I had my 8 minutes of fame. Yeah. So I mean,
if he say Big Poppy, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna faint. Okay.
Never met Big Poppy. Never met Big Poppy.
That's not gonna be the president of DR.
Gentlemen. Hold on. We just got a lady who stepped into the room. Our sister OG Patrice is in the building. OG Patrice.
Hello, family. How y'all doing, gentlemen? How you doing?
Good.
Right. OG Patrice. That guy up there on top of Rico Young. So
this handsome devil. The handsome devil.
I need to introduce you to him. Well, we don't need to waste no time, Patrice. Let me introduce you to our brother John Darjean. Our brother John Darjean, and he's done so many different things, and I hope you got a chance to hear what he was saying. But we were just getting ready to get into how he got into the thinking about actually living in the DR or living outside of the U.S. All right.
I apologize. I did not hear all of it because I'm just getting off. So, but I'm tuning in now. I'm excited, and brother Dijon, it is a pleasure to meet you. So yeah, let's get on with the story. I'm excited.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Okay, John. Sorry to interrupt you. I just want to bring Patrice in. Okay, so you're connecting with all of these cats from the DR because of the baseball connection, right?
Yeah.
And so
and yeah, they were just started saying like, hey man, you get a disability check. You got friends over here. What about moving here? What do you think about moving here? And they were just saying like, hey man, just come visit us. So in 2020, I decided to come visit, and that was right when COVID was just getting to the United States. Okay. And my mom was saying, COVID out there. COVID out there. I said, well, I'm not staying in the United States. I gotta go. I gotta switch it up because my spirit, and I didn't have any tattoos. People think I had these tattoos when I was coming up. I got these tattoos in the last 5 years of my life, because it felt relieving and the ink and stuff. So I tatted my whole arm, and 2 reasons I decided to do it. I knew I wasn't gonna ever work again, so I wasn't gonna. Yeah, because people look at it and they judge at you because you because you got tattoos on your body. But I said okay, and then I said, hey, let me get a tattoo. 1 turned into 2, 2 turned into 3, and it just kept on going from there. So all my life, I had done something. I was helping kids. I was helping foster kids. I was doing baseball. I was coaching, and just imagine for everything just to stop cold turkey. I wasn't a lazy person. I would wake up at 4:30 in the morning and then go to bed at 9, 10 o'clock at night and do it over again. And after I was assaulted and I had surgery and I had to learn how to walk again, it was so detrimental to me. So I'm so glad that the Dominican Republic and my friends, they said, hey, it was 2019. They said, man, just come visit. And tickets were dirt cheap at the time. It was 29. I think I paid round trip. I paid $220 for a ticket.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We came in 2020 and bought and then did the contract for our house. And back then it was like 4. And you're flying out of where? Maybe Louisiana at the time?
New Orleans, yes.
And I was flying from up here in Baltimore, and I think we paid $400 round trip. So they were dirt and doing it. Because so when I don't know what month you came. We came in October 2020.
January 1st. I came on New Year's.
Okay, so I know I don't know if you stayed, but I know for a while the country went on lockdown where they were doing curfews.
I went back and forth. Okay. Every time they opened up the gate, I would fly back. So you're jumping ahead of me a little bit, Rico. Okay. Brother, I see what you're talking about now, brother.
You see what I'm talking about, man. You see what I've got to go through. And Patrice hasn't even gotten started yet. Patrice hasn't even got started yet. Okay.
You got it for a couple of minutes.
No, you good. You good, bro. We having fun. That's what I like about y'all, man. Y'all have fun. So January 1st is when I flew to the Dominican Republic after my friends. I stayed with one of my friends. And from there, I just fell in love with the Dominican Republic. The weather actually is so good for my body because I have a 5-level neck fusion in my neck. I have a spinal cord stimulator in my back.
Oh my God, man!
And so I've had four major surgeries, and then I get Botox injections in my bladder every 6 months. So a lot of people say, because I have that urinary incontinence from nerve damage.
Okay.
A lot of people say, man, it don't look like nothing wrong with you. And I get that all the time. And with this nerve damage, man, and this neuropathy and this sleepless nights, and I have to take 4 medications a day. I have to take gabapentin. I have to take Flexeril. But it has helped out more since I've been living in the Dominican Republic because the weather is so nice. So weather really makes a big difference when you have all these major surgeries, because when it's cold, it feels like I'm about to die.
Yeah. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, no. I wanted to see if somebody wanted to ask a question, but go ahead.
Okay, I'll ask this question. But don't worry about Patrice knows Rico. Patrice knows me. She'll just jump in when she gets ready. So don't worry about her. All right. So the question I was going to ask you is, what is it that now about this time? So your friends are the ones that actually said, "Hey, man, come on over, just come visit and see it," and then you saw it. What was it that led you, besides the weather? What made you fall in love with the DR? Was it the food? Was it the women? Was it the people? Was it just the way people live their lives is a little slower? What was it about the DR that made you fall in love with it, man?
Man, that's a great question. I felt like I was back in 1980 because the feeling of the camaraderie and the love for one another. Looking at black skin and not having to deal with racism. Remember, I'm from Mississippi and Louisiana, so and of course the weather. So I think it was a combination. And like on my hand, I have "Peace Be Still," and it's peace. It's still. And that's why I leave. And as Rico know, every time I end my Dominican Route YouTube channel, I said, "God bless make peace be still, because for 7 years after I was assaulted, I was trying to find that peace of mind that I had before I was assaulted. And now I have that peace of mind. And now I can do, when I'm feeling good, I can go back to what I love, helping children out, helping people out. So I'm back where I want to. And so I have no reason to go back to the United States besides visiting family.
Right. Of course.
And of course, my daughter when I can.
Okay. All right. So you go out there, you fall in love with the DR, just being able to be in a place where you can see a lot of these black people, man. You don't really have to worry about the racism as far as people approaching each other in a hostile way, that type of thing. And so you decide, hey, I like it down here. Now, how did you get from I like visiting to, you know what, I'm going to actually move down here? How did you make that decision?
And if I may interject right quick, because this question kind of tags along with that one. Like, what about things like the cost of living, and things of that nature? How did that affect you as well, as far as what made your decision to move down there?
I think that was the biggest thing, Miss Patrice. That was the biggest thing, that I was disabled. So remember, receiving disability. Now I receive residual checks from All About the Benjamins, and
damn, you was in that too?
Yeah, I was in all. I was.
Said that already, Rico.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might go back and look at some of these movies again.
I was a stunt double for Mike Epps in All About the Benjamins. So you're not going to see my face. So
what role did you play in?
You know the guy that jumped out of the boat when Ice Cube said jump. That was me. That was me.
Yeah. Oh wow. We get stars on this channel, y'all.
What about he was in
Mississippi? We thought you were the only star, Patrice. We got other stars too.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Go ahead, Miss Patrice. You go ahead and talk. I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm all ears. No, but
what about Mississippi Burning? Was you a stunt?
I was an extra. I was young. I was very young. That was my first movie, and I was an extra in Mississippi Burning. Mm-hmm.
And you was in, what was the other movie you told us?
For Love of the Game with Kevin Costner and Kelly Preston. Yeah, that was my biggest. That was my biggest role. Right.
What was your?
I played Derek Jeter. I played shortstop in the movie.
Oh, really? I'm gonna have to go back and watch these movies now that I know you.
Yeah, Kevin Costner struck me out twice in the movie.
Oh, I haven't watched that movie in a long time.
Wow. It's a good movie. It's a good love movie, love story. Yes, it's a great movie. Yeah. So going back to what. So the reason I brought that up is because besides my residuals that I get, like small residuals, I get $100 check here and there and $200 check from the residuals. I was just only living off the residuals and my disability check. So my friends, that's why I chose San Cristobal, because one of my old baseball buddies lives here in San Cristobal. So I got a beautiful place, and you can see it on the YouTube channel. And I paid $240 a month for a three bedroom, 1 bath. I'm talking about beautiful floors, brand new everything. Everything. Only thing I had to do was install air conditioning and hot water. But besides that, if you have a residual income coming in the Dominican Republic, anybody can move to the Dominican Republic. So I forgot Brother Clarence's question, so I'm so sorry, Brother Clarence.
His question wasn't important. I got a better question. Okay. No, but let me ask you this, John. Right? I'm teaching him. He gonna learn. So the question is, I'm glad you said that in particular. No, I want to put a pin on, because again, the town where you're living in, San Cristobal. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm probably not even saying it correctly, because I know for most people outside the country, they number one, all they hear is what? Punta Cana,
Right.
Because that's the big resort area where like 65
Puerto Plata. Right. Puerto Plata
in the North Coast, and then Santo Domingo, the capital.
Right.
So
right.
most people outside the country, if you don't say one of those three, you know, Puerto Plata, Sosúa, Punta Cana, everybody vacations, and Santo Domingo, they don't know nothing else exists. San Cristobal is what, maybe an hour north or
hour from Santo Domingo, yes.
Santo Domingo. But there are
hundreds. I live amongst the Dominicans. So it's not, it's not. I think the next American guy, I think he lives about 15 minutes from me. Yeah. So
that's why I really wanted John to come, because his and they do have different exposures where they say when you're in those countries, they call the areas the campos, which, you know, is a little bit more in the mountain woods and more.
I live more in the country. I live more in the country. I live right outside of the capital, San Cristobal, more in the country area. So it's the more in the country area you go, the more affordable it gets, and you know that's everywhere. You know, so you can find a nice, lovely place, and I have not felt threatened or like somebody wanted to hurt me or rob me, and I've been here for almost 3 years. It's how you carry yourself. As long as you don't go hoeing around trying to sleep with these people, women and stuff like that, I think. And
Brother John, what about crime? Is it high crime there?
No,
it's crime. It's crime.
I mean, I know it's crime like everywhere, maybe in the lower impoverished neighborhoods, but like overall, what is the level of crime?
Yes, ma'am. I do. The crime is different crime from United States crime. The crime here is petty crime. So it's no guns here. Well, they have guns here, but if you get caught with a gun, you go into jail. So
long ass time.
Yes, right. So somebody was just killed about 10 minutes from here. They were shot, and he's gonna do life in prison. But you know, if somebody pulls a gun out, they are fighting somebody and they getting their ass whooped or something like that. Now they'll pull a gun out and rob you and say, "Hey, give me your chain," and then you take your chain off and over that. They can have my chain all day, or give me your cell phone. They'll take your cell phone or something like that. But the crime compared to what we are thinking of and what we have seen and what we see on TV is nothing even close. You can walk down the street right now. It's nobody that's gonna bother you. Now they're gonna look and like, oh, who's that person? Like, because like I've never seen that person walking down the street, but they ain't gonna be like, let's grab them, let's rape them.
John, I would say this. I would tell them this: the biggest crime in the Dominican Republic is them begging your ass. If you look like you got some money, they're always asking, but they're not. And obviously, the biggest, probably the petty crime is theft. Things you leave unsecured, they're going to take. You know,
I have jewelry, I have necklaces, I have jewelry, but I don't walk down the street with my gold necklace and my jewelry. Now, when I go to the mall and when I go to Puerto Plata or Punta Cana, or I go to like Rico was saying, like a nice area, that's when I put my jewelry on and my nice watch and stuff like that.
But when you're around, and that's the thing, is like, so I try to tell people they do have crime, but it's petty crime. It's a lot of, you know, like, even here's the thing, like my wife right now, she has they about to come home Thursday. So she hired a woman over to come and clean. What you have to worry about, okay, Mari, go through all the rooms and look for little shit, because cleaning people, because they're poor, they're going to look for shit they can put in their pocket.
Right.
Walk away with. So I'll tell my wife, I don't even care if they take that. My
wife, you guys say, I'm sorry to cut you off. Say hello to my girl. She wants.
Hey,
how you doing? How you doing?
Hello, beautiful.
I'm learning.
This is the star. Oh yeah, that's good. This is the star. This is the star of my channel, YouTube channel right here.
Yes.
All guys want to see him.
So he went and found him a lovely Afro-Dominican.
Nice to meet you, sis.
Yeah. Right. So I'm sorry. I didn't...
Nice to meet you, beautiful.
Yes. Thank you. Look at it. She learning. We're learning. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Go
ahead.
That I was.
No, I had a question. Rico. Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Is it gonna be smart or make us look bad? What is it gonna do?
Thank you, brother. You know, I'm glad I have John. I'm glad Patrice and John are here. We can show that we got people that are not rude. Because sometimes we got some people that are rude up here.
Now, John, see what I have to put up with you two.
That's what I was thinking.
Look, now Patrice could be like your mom, John. She'll cuss us out. That's her.
No. Sometimes we need Patrice to just cool everything out. Sometimes.
Okay.
Shout out to Patrice. Okay, so Brother John. So this is what I wanted to ask you. Now over here in America, a lot of times what we have is a lot of separation from Black people, and what I mean is this: like sometimes we have like immigrants that come here from other countries, Black immigrants that come in from other countries, and they will have issue with American-born Black people, right? And so, is that an issue over there? Like you being a Black person and you go over to the DR, is it? I mean, I'm sure it's a small fraction of, but is it like a substantial enough of a situation like in America? Sometimes it becomes an issue when an immigrant comes over here and has a difference of opinion. Do they just automatically assume that, oh, he's an American, so he must think he's better than us, or do they just accept you? Do they wait to see the kind of person you are? Is that the flavor that's over there? Is that the culture over there to wait and see?
And that's a great question. When I first got here, I could tell when I got my apartment, they were feeling me out.
Oh, okay.
They didn't know who I was. I think, and I have some stories. I've been around the world. I have stories. Okay. I'm gonna get off track, then I'm gonna get back on track. Okay. I wasn't a person to come here to have sex with a whole bunch of women, because I had already been through that phase of my life. I had already at 17, 18 years old, I had women coming at me. I was with Dominican women and Puerto Rican women and Brazilian and my son's mom is Jamaican. So I had already been through that. So when you watch these YouTube channels, and I'm not knocking them, they that's fine.
The manga channels.
Yeah, they show ass and titties all day and all of that stuff. And they tell people, oh, come here, come to Brazil, come to the Dominican Republic. I've done all that. I've spent the time and the money and the effort and people say, oh, it's cheaper over here and it's free over here and it don't cost that much. It costs. It might not be $200, $300, $400, but it costs. You got to go pick that person up. You got to get that person an Uber. You got to go get a hotel. You gotta pay that person $20 or $30 or something like that. Yeah, they might look like Halle Berry, but don't act like you ain't paying nothing. Because
and in the long run, you're supporting more than just her.
That's right. That's right.
You're supporting because John, you're. I mean, and I know Brenda, and I know your story. She's a beautiful girl, wonderful spirit, wonderful soul. Her whole family is.
Yes.
But that's part of when you and let me say this. You know why John got them shoulders like I got? We built to be stepfathers. Because his lovely.
I'm about to say he got good looking shoulders, Rick. I don't know what you're talking about. He got good looking shoulders.
Wait! I want y'all to address this whole stepfathers thing because you already know what it is on these YouTube streets. How a lot of the manosphere is telling men that they shouldn't get with women that already have children. So I want to address this issue.
Go ahead. I'm listening. I like that. Go ahead.
Because his lovely betrothed, who he went over there, and you and Brenda have been in a long-term relationship now, right?
Almost 2 years.
I'm
2
not
years
saying,
now.
huh?
2 years, almost 2 years now.
And I'm not saying that they're getting married, but I think they are, and I'm coming to the wedding. But
yeah.
The fact of the matter is, no,
that was a little warning, John. That was a warning, John.
That's no problem. That's no problem.
If you've been following the channel, I'll bring a gift, okay, and a bottle of Brugal or whatever else.
All right.
But if you follow the channel, you see their story, and you see how they met, how they came along, and how it progressed. And guess what? Their brother didn't bat an eye with her being a mother.
Okay, that's
what I'm talking about. These punk, you know what I'm saying, Patrice. These POSs over here is telling people not to be a stepfather. We can do it here, and I can fucking do it there if I wasn't already, man. Because we built like that. We're built like that.
Yeah,
we're men
John,
built like men.
John, I don't know if you know Rico's story, but Rico took on a lot. He took on.
You just gotta have to show everybody ain't built for it.
Yeah, and just like you, brother, took on a lot. So you guys are very similar in that respect.
I don't. Everything that John been through, he didn't bat an eye. That didn't cross his mind.
Right, and Brenda, she has 3 children. So, but I think I'm built.
The woman.
I love the woman, but the children was not a factor to me because I love children so much. Yeah, they keep me going because my whole life was children before this.
Okay, so let me ask you a question then. Stand on
so
that.
So let me just say this. To all you weak-kneed, no spine, no backbone having men out here who ain't built for it, stay in your lane and don't tell strong-willed good men not to do the job that needs to be done. Because some of us are built for it. We got the show.
I think realistically, I think a lot of it is capped because I think realistically, we know if we are in our late 30s, 40s, mid 40s, more than likely, whether we are single, divorced, separate, whatever, more than likely by the time a man meets that woman again for another phase of dating in a relationship or whatever, 9 times out of 10, that woman has children. It's just a reality of what it is here in America and anywhere else over the world. So I think a lot of that saying from the manosphere is a lot of cap when they're trying to influence, guys that are middle-aged not to get with women that already have a child or maybe even 2 children or 3 children, like the scenario that John is in. I think it's just not realistic. If you find someone that you care about and you happen to fall in love, be in a relationship, and you can build with that person, what is wrong with the fact that woman may have a kid or 2 or 3?
Right.
And I get it, to each his own with what you can deal with as a man, but I think a lot of it is capped, that what they're telling a lot of these 30-something, 40-something-year-old men to not get involved with these type of women.
Well, let me say this. The reason why they're doing that is particularly in the manosphere, they're always trying to find different ways to avoid responsibility. Now, I'm okay with telling the men, wait until you mature to a level where you're mature enough to handle being a stepdad, because you don't want to play there. That's not some place where you want to play, because you're attaching yourself not only to the woman but to the children as well. And if you play in there, you're gonna affect not only the woman, but she's grown. She'll get over it. But these children, man, we can affect these children for the rest of their lives, right?
Exactly.
So we gotta get to a level of maturity, and once you're able to understand the gravity of what you're doing, then go ahead and make that decision for yourself.
But
what you're
Clarence,
gonna do.
my problem is this: we need more young black men like John who will sit there and adopt kids and ain't even with their mother. What the fuck are we talking about? Because look what I'm saying.
But there's a special, that's a special breed. There's men that are special breed of men that, like John said, he loved children anyway. His life was always about
you two brothers are unicorns.
And that's
So
what I'm.
yeah.
What I'm
Really?
trying to say,
Really?
what I'm speaking to is we need more, not less, because
We
more
do.
babies. What I'm saying is more black babies will be born into this world who will not have parents, and if we
Right.
don't do it, who will?
That's
We're
the
going
thing.
to have a worse community of color that are mother and fatherless, and people be standing around. I grew up in a space where it didn't require that you had blood in that child to love them.
That's right. That's right.
It's not required. I love you. You love me. That's
right.
enough.
I look at these young women in the Dominican Republic. I look at these young women in the Dominican Republic, and I look at these young women in America, and they love these thug guys. And
so they love them over there too, right?
Oh yeah. And the jury and the pants and all that stuff, and then, but they really love them. That's why my heart goes out to them, because they just, and then they move on. Once they get you pregnant, they move on, and then they go somewhere else. And then she's like, "Wait a minute, we got a baby together. I love you so much. I'll do anything for you." I heard a couple 2 blocks up the road, and she was screaming. She was like 19 years old, like she was on her knees, like, "Please don't leave." And I'm like,
wow.
Leaving because he is not mature enough. I don't think men should get married until they 30 years old, 28, 30 years old.
And they shouldn't be fathers either until then.
That too, especially that, right? So I feel so sorry for the women, because women when they put their heart into something, they really put their heart into something. As a man, and I had women coming at me left and right when I was 17, 18, 19 years old. And then once I got drafted,
of course,
then I started having white women coming at me. I'm like, what?
They're gonna lock
that's a whole nother level.
Yeah, I'm like, man. Let me tell you how gangster my mom is. True story. Miss Patrice, she gonna love this. Yeah, my mama is amazing. She made a bet with me. She said, before you get drafted, if you date a white woman, you can marry a white woman, and you can be with a white woman for the rest of your life. I said, okay. Because I told her, I said, Mama, I might get with a white woman. She said, let's make a bet right now. You won't be with a white woman until you get drafted, and you're gonna have one wife.
But if she'll marry you broke, I'll accept.
Yeah, right. That's what she said. And I shook her hand. I made that bet.
I know where she was going with that.
That's right. I lost that bet. and then she saw me one day. After the game. She was at the game, and she said, I thought I told you couldn't be with a white woman. I said, you said I couldn't date a white woman and I couldn't marry a white woman. You didn't say nothing about tonight. You didn't say nothing about having sex. I said, I'm gone, Mama. I'll be back in a little while.
All right, John, you pushing it, man. You know we team mama over here. You know we team mama. You can't talk about mama over here now.
John, salute.
I'm just messing with you, man.
I know.
Rico.
I was
Rico, calm down, Rico.
I was young. I was 19, 20, 21 years old. Yeah.
Hey, don't Rob. We're going to drop the link in a minute. Okay, give us a minute. Stick around because I want your input, Jay, and everybody else. Go ahead, Clarence.
Right. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I think we got the gist of where you are. I'm gonna ask you one more question.
Go ahead.
And then we're gonna start taking questions from the people. We're gonna start putting.
May I ask a question first?
And may I ask one too?
I hope it's not too personal.
Yeah.
Your age and your lady's age.
I'm 46, and my baby Brenda is 30 years old.
Okay, and when you met her, she had children, right?
Yes, ma'am. She had children.
Okay, all right.
And we're thinking about she we're thinking about having another one.
Well, all right then.
All right.
I am not name him Rico. If it's a boy, Rico.
Rico, do you have a question? Or I'm gonna ask my question.
Ask your question, slow walking.
All right. I'm gonna ask my question. And by the way, thank you for cutting me, Patrice. But that's okay. I ain't gonna worry about that. That's okay.
You're more than welcome anytime.
All right, so Brother John. Now, when we were in talking about, so we talking about how you in the DR, how you live in, you have your family there, you're living, and everything's cool, and you're comfortable where you're living at, right? Okay, my question is, because we were talking about being a stepdad. Now you're not only a stepdad, you're a stepdad in a foreign country, you're a foreign land, and you're stepdad to a foreign lady's children, right? Okay, so, but just stepdad is being a stepdad across the board, no matter where you're at, right? Okay, so my question to you is, because a lot of times over here, if you look on these YouTube streets, they say if you're a stepdad, there's something wrong with you, or you're going to be felt some kind of way. You're going to be feeling like it's all bad, right?
Right.
And I'm asking you, do you feel like it's all bad being a stepfather? Because we got Rico that always steps up for the stepdads, the dads period, but stepdads in particular. I'm asking you as another person, how do you feel at being a stepdad? Is that something that you enjoy? Is that something that you regret? Or how do you feel about it?
I feel wonderful. I think it's a balance. I feel wonderful.
Wait a minute. What would be the word they would call Brother John in these YouTube streets when he's saying,
you know what they would call him?
Okay.
Oh, a simp or I know. You know what? People really don't comment. People see that, and my comments, and I'm gonna answer your question. But my comments on the YouTube channel, you can't come at me wrong, because I've done everything that you wanted to do at 17, 18 years. I've dated celebrities. I'm not gonna say any names. I've done everything that you wanted to do.
Say the name. I'm just playing.
So I've done everything.
For the documentary. You gotta wait for the documentary, Patrice.
Right. I don't even know if I'm gonna put it in the documentary.
I might know some of them. You never know.
Right. So,
John. Not to cut you off. Patrice is in the celebrity world as well.
We're gonna have to get together.
She's a singer.
Okay.
She's big on the music side. But Patrice, we're gonna fill you in, and when you watch the replay, you're gonna see all the shit this guy done did. It's ridiculous.
Right.
But she's on the singer side, and you'll see all the people that he know. And we're gonna get a few more stars here, hopefully, with
Rico. Can you finish, please?
So what were we talking about? I'm sorry. We were talking about what were we talking? I know we're talking about parenting.
Being a stepfather.
Yeah, being a stepfather and how you feel about that, and is that something that is that something that you feel that it was a mistake, or or it was like, dang, okay, well, I guess I got to do it. You know what I mean? Well,
no, I believe with the girl that I have, she knows when I'm in pain. She knows when I need a break. She knows when I need to step away, and she gives me my space. And when I say space, I don't mean like I go and try to be with another woman or something like that. I mean space, like I need to take a breather. She takes the kids and take them upstairs, and hey, lock the door, and don't knock on this door. Leave him alone until he gets his stuff together. So I think that. And like I was saying before, it's a balance, because I don't have to like focus on Brenda. If you're going to do dirt, you're going to do dirt.
Right.
I don't care who you are.
Right.
But when somebody has one child or two children or three children, there ain't too much dirt going on, because they know, and they are in the Dominican Republic, and her humble upbringing and where she came from and what she did not have and what she has now. I don't abuse that, and she does not abuse that either. So these guys that's getting these dime pieces that look like Halle Berry's and all that stuff, they're gonna have to come off the money, or they're gonna have some problems eventually in the future, because they got Big Papi, they got Derek Jeter, they got Michael Jordan, they got these rappers that got some money. They're gonna run up on them. You take your girl to that club, or you take her to see this big time superstar, and then he gonna fall in love with her, and they gonna go hang out together, and they gonna duck off when you at work or something like that.
There you go. She gonna leave.
And she gonna leave.
Now I have a question to ask you, because I've heard this culturally, the difference in how the women over there are, you know.
I'm sorry. Say hey. Say this is the superstar right here from the channel.
Hello.
That's Wanda.
Darlene. Yeah. And this is her grandfather.
Another beautiful one. Hi, beautiful one.
So she knows. She speaks English, right?
And she's bilingual. This is her grandfather. He came to pick me up.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Está ascendido.
Mi amigo.
So it's his birthday. It's his cumpleaños. So he came to get me because he's taking me out for his birthday.
Feliz cumpleaños.
So I got 10 more minutes with you guys, because I promised him I was going to go to his birthday party.
Oh, okay.
I just want to ask a question as far as what I've heard culturally.
10 minutos le va a terminar.
I'm going to go with it.
Okay, so you want someone to come pick you up or go down?
Yeah, come back and pick me up, please.
Okay, venga en 10 minutos, que por favor lo venga a buscar.
Okay. Gracias.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I'm sorry. Miss Patrice, I'm sorry. Go ahead and ask the question.
No problem. I just wanted to ask, because I heard that it's a difference in the way a lot of the women treat their men culturally, as opposed to American women over here treating the men, whether it be modern women or traditional women. What is your opinion on that, as far as the difference in the women, or is there a difference?
There is a difference. The difference is way more women. That's more of the older culture. Okay. Yeah, 10 minutos. It's way more women, so you have more options. People. Yes. If I I asked her for a glass of water. She just ran and got me a glass of water. I mean, but there's a balance there. I would never abuse my power, and she would never abuse her power. And if I see she's not feeling good and she got a headache or a stomach ache, I'm gonna get up and get my own glass of water. But a lot of times people think that being submissive is a bad thing, and it's not.
Right.
It's a balance. And American women, not all of them, but American women, they have gotten away from what can I do for you?
That tradition. Yeah, the tradition of being submissive. And it's almost a word that's taboo in these YouTube streets, right? It's unfortunate, but I get it. Totally.
Yeah, that's an awesome question. I get that question all the time, but and now if I leave right now and go to the club, I can go get a beautiful woman, and she ain't gonna be submissive. She gonna be like, hold up, how much money you got? And wait a minute, yeah, baby, I want to get married, baby. Let's get married, and we're gonna have some kids together. She be like, okay, we can get married, but shoot, I'm still gonna hang out with my girls. I'm gonna go to the club on Saturday. Right. I'm going to do that. So you have those. You have those here in the Dominican Republic. So hold that thought, Rico. Mm-hmm. But it expands so much more in these third world countries. Your options does. So people say, well, what's the difference? The only difference is your options expand. I can go get another country girl, and I won't, just like Brenda, 10 miles up the road, and she will fall in place with Brenda just like that. But I love Brenda, I love her kids, and I would never do it like that. Right. But they have the country style. They have the traditional women like Brenda.
Right. Rico, do you have a question?
Thank you.
I wanted to get some last remarks in before he leaves.
Right, yeah, I'm gonna hold him up. I just wanted you to just do one thing. can you please at least confirm for our subscribers that, because I know that you said when you were in the baseball world, you were traveling all over the world, you were dealing with beautiful women of all ethnicities, different backgrounds. So you knew Dominican women before you went to the DR.
Oh yeah, yes.
So what I'm
saying, they're totally different too.
and that's what I was trying to get to, because I try to tell people, like, look, so guys be like, I'm sorry, a Dominican woman from Washington Heights, New York, is not the same as a Dominican woman from the DR. They are night and day. So I always tell people, I
get comments.
Mexican American are two different things. They are not the fucking same. When they become westernized, they are not even from the island anymore.
That's right. I get comments sometimes. They say, "Oh, you bring Brenda to the United States, somebody gonna take her." I said, "It takes two people to tango."
Yeah.
And if Brenda want to go with somebody else, I am not going. I'm gonna come right back to the Dominican Republic and give me another good. But that's not in the back of my mind. That's not what I'm thinking. But they always say to me, "I bet you she'll act different when." That's her loss. That's her loss, because she gonna go get with Lil Wayne, and then when she get with Lil Wayne gonna dog out, and then she gonna be like, "Dang, I thought the grass was green on the other side."
My only question is this: is like you said, the great thing about it is, which your channel and the same as my intent when I get there is, I'm not fucking coming. Because why would I bring somebody back to America if I'm sick of America? Amen. I'm not, because I'm sick of that shit.
And she want to go. She want to go. She want to go.
But you want to go. Tell her, you go by yourself and then come back when you feel like it. Because I'm not going back.
I ain't gonna tell her that, but I did tell her. We can live. We can visit. We can get a small house there. I have some land in North Carolina, and we can come back.
But here's the thing, John. The people from the DR who want to go to America, and I always tell them, because you don't know.
That's right.
You're going to go over there, and you're going to believe that the roads are paved with gold and milk and honey and all that other. You're going to believe in that American exceptional bullshit because we explored it. But when you get over there with the mass killing and working yourself to death and everything else, you're going to realize I know so many Dominicans who came to the U.S., Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans, Arubans, Central Americans, who came and they said, "Fuck this shit," and they're back.
And it's a lot of Dominicans that stayed as well, because they know on that side in the Dominican Republic, it's really not no job opportunities and things for them. So
that's the only driver is the economic thing. As far as how they feel about everything else, they hate it. They got to go to a Dominican in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
upper state New York, where they get 40 inches of snow.
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna leave this as my final thought, if that's okay with y'all.
Yes.
And if does anybody have anything else to ask me real quick?
Drop your channel, both of your channels in the back chat. We're gonna copy it and we're gonna drop it in the comments.
I'll do that.
So everybody that watched the replay can subscribe, come up to you, the Primetime channel and the Dominican Route.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be. Don't you
put it in the comments right here below?
Yeah, is that better, Clarence? Clarence.
Oh yeah, I have one other question. I have one other question.
Okay.
Will you please come back, brother? Because you have so much information on so many different a variety of different topics, brother.
Yeah.
And we really didn't get into the stepfather situation. We barely scratched the surface of the DR. But
yes.
At least you are an amazing brother, and we want to dig deeper and get just get your opinion on some different things. Because
I don't know it all, and I don't claim to know it all, and I don't think
John,
but you got some good takes, brother. You got some good takes. So that's all I want to say. Please tell us your closing remarks,
and John,
that birthday party you got to get to.
Clarence, do you want him to drop it in the comments or the back channel? Both.
No. I don't think he can drop it in the comments. Drop it in the back chat. I'll drop it in the comments.
In the private chat. Okay.
Yeah, because I think only I have the permission to do that.
Okay, put in the back chat both your channels so we can push them out and we can promote them, because we want to send people over there to look at your content, see your everything, and get to know you. Like,
wait, do we have a date on when the documentary drops or no?
It's going to be about 5 to 6 months out.
Okay.
Yeah, by the end of the year.
Yes, by the end of the year, right around that time.
Okay.
So
please put your stuff in the back chat. Please.
I will.
I'm gonna blow your phone up.
Yeah, man, you're not bothering me. But so, it's really disturbing to me. Black people, we tear each other down so much. And it's really a good feeling to be in the Dominican Republic and not have to, and they have their issues, but to be stabbed in the back or be envious or jealous of somebody. And they have their issues and they have jealousy also, but I believe that it's more of the older generation here. And I love to see like people like you all, man. I will come on y'all channel whenever y'all want me to, because I just like the camaraderie, the fun, I'm gonna cuss you out and then we're gonna salute to each other. And
he'll cuss me out. Hey, John, he'll cuss me out, and you know what he'll say right before he get off the line? Right before he get off the show, he'll be like, call me, man. Call me when you get off.
That's right. And I love that. I love that. And you can agree to disagree without somebody tearing you down or disrespect. Yes, about
degrading.
That's right, degrading and all of that stuff. So, some people might not agree with certain things, but let's keep it professional. Let's keep loving one another. And last thing, I said this before, we cannot be scared to see different places of the world. You can get somebody can kick your door in today, and that's one thing that I've been blessed with. I'll get on a plane and I'll go anywhere, and it's really fulfilling and it's really peaceful. You get a peace of mind when you go somewhere else. So don't let fear hold you back. And that's it.
John, thank you for your time. Please, thank you for gracing us with your time, your presence, your wisdom, your thoughts. I cannot thank you enough. I'm going to see you hopefully in a few weeks when I land on the island. I'm coming to San Cristobal.
Me and Brenda going to be there. Me and Brenda going to come to your place too.
Have a Presidente, some Brugal. No, we're going to come. We're going to get fucked.
Tequila. I'm a tequila guy. Oh, you
tequila? I'm gonna bring some tequila. Look, if I don't make it in August, because I'm only in for a 4-day weekend, October I'm gonna be there for a whole week. We getting turned up. Because I want to see San Cristobal.
All right, I'm gonna show you around.
I cannot thank you enough. I want to touch in. It's Bro Clarence. Please, I got your WhatsApp number, but please come back. Please share the rest of your story, because as Bro Clarence said,
I'm only doing it for one reason, because Miss Patrice said do it. I'm not doing it because.
Thank you. Ha ha.
You done figured us out already.
That's why y'all need me. I keep telling y'all need me.
That's why we're out of here, right?
Nobody can resist Patrice, man. Nobody.
Yes. Y'all be blessed. God bless y'all.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Hey, John, make sure you drop your info before you leave.
Yes, please do.
Okay, so I'm so new to this. Is it? I don't see where I need to.
So that's what you do. You go to your page, right?
Okay.
You go up in the address bar. Just copy it in the address bar and put it down here in the chat, so I can put it over there, because only I can put an active link over there in the regular chat.
I can do
so everybody can find it easily and subscribe to your page, so you get more subs, so people can see your story, because you explain it better than we can.
Hey, I'm gonna you do it on my phone because I know how to copy and paste real fast on my phone. So I'm gonna do it right now on my phone.
Yeah, okay. Just send it to Rico.
Love you, brother. Love you.
Love y'all too. God bless. Thank y'all for having me. Thank y'all.
No.
Thank you.
Come back. I'll schedule something for you in a couple of weeks.
Rico, he gotta go. Let him go. All right. Talk to you, brother John. All right.
Take care.
All right. That was Brother John.
Man, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah.
We gotta bring that brother back for sure.
Yeah, man. That is a deep brother, man. That is a deep brother. We didn't even get a chance. We didn't even scratch the surface.
And Patrice,
it's all Rico's fault.
If you go back and look at the replay, and you
don't think I ain't. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and look.
Yeah, this dude he's done so many different things, man. Wow, man. Wow.
And I thought I had gotten a good amount of it. I'm like, God damn, John. Jesus, so let me be quiet, but that was a good panel, good discussion, good topic. I hope y'all like it. If you didn't, the hell with you. What's up, brother?
Shout out to Malcolm Coley. Shout out to Marcus. Glad to have y'all in the building. We got Brother Jay in. Brother Jay, what you think, man? What you got to say on the topic?
Ohio-san, Mina.
Hey, Jay.
Say hello in Japanese. So say hello, everybody. And first of all, shout out to all the old school cats here. I really love that y'all doing this. And to actually have a conversation that's positive, and we're not bashing stuff right now. Like, I love to hear this personally for me, because trust me, I hear enough of negative shit that hurt my fucking head. So, but not from y'all. It's just from everybody as a whole. That's why my channel's so different. And I love Brother Clarence's for his stuff. Shout out to the brother John that was on here. I'm glad he's found peace. That's what I'm working my ass off for.
Ain't that important? That's so important, Jay.
It's really important for me because of the disability I have, or like stuff that I've had since I was young. So that's why I said, just quiet places. And that's why I tell everybody, that's why I'm such an advocate of me living in Japan once I've got everything I need to go, because I'm going. People think I'm joking when I say that. When I'm going, I'm not coming back. I'm just not coming back. That's just not happening. Like, and the thing is, I talk about helping other people. Listen, I can help you right across as if I was just there with you to help you get you along wherever you want to go as best as I can get there. And what Rico said, well, you shouldn't get married until you're 30. I agree with y'all on that. Nobody's smart enough to know what the hell they want or have the means to do what they need to do to take care of a family. Unless you want to be in the struggle no me, you need to redirect your freaking life and actually get some clarity to actually be in better positions for you to be prosperous, for you and that kid and that lady that you picked.
Hey,
so
1 second, Clarence, can you drop the link so if anybody else want to hit it? So I know Rob, Daryl, Doberman, anybody else. I'm sorry for cutting you off, Jay. I just want them to drop the link. You keep on rocking out. I want him to put it down so other people can come in too.
So I want to ask Jay.
Go ahead, Jay.
I want to ask Jay his opinion on what he think about the things that Brother John said about finding love, dating that woman. She happened to have kids already. Getting settled in, starting a life there, being happy and finding the peace overall. Like, what is your opinion as a young man on that? Because we hear so much in the manosphere about, don't be no stepdad, don't date no woman that got a kid or got kids. Like, what's your view on that?
And Jay, quick, how old are you? I just want to make sure.
I am 31, sir. I'm 31, so don't worry.
Okay, perfect. That's it.
Don't worry. I'll be like, I ain't no dumb motherfucker. I can tell you that right now. I ain't dumb. I grew up a little bit, and I still got more growing to do. But my thought on that, Patrice, I'm actually glad the brother's doing what he's doing. And the thing is, he's built for it. Most people are not. And like I said, it takes a special class of men to deal with that. Brother Clarence has schooled me on that. Rico has schooled me on that. And one of my homies said he would do it, but he's got to be a certain age and has to have his stuff together. I'm like, yo, if he wants to do it, then he can do it. I'm not going to judge him anyway. Now, if you're asking me would I do it, no. But if that's what you want to do, I got you, man. Just I ain't gonna judge you, think you differently than me.
I respect that. But thank you.
But yeah, I'm not. And you know what, Patrice, you know what I learned a long time ago? really what I just learned? Let people do what they want. Let people do what they want to do. If it does not affect your life, then shut up. I told myself that to my brain. And I'm like, Jay, why are you fostering in this damn circus? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like I sat down and thought about this for a day, and I'm like, and that's when it all internalized. And I'm like, Jay, shut the hell up. Don't worry about that. Let that man live his life. You go live yours. And I realized how much of a child you get suckered into this crap with a freaking paparazzi propaganda. And I was like, what? And I was like, what the hell have I been doing? And listen, that's when you need to go read some books, and you need to go talk to some people and actually go really find yourself, and just get away from stuff that's like a negative aspect around you, and just get the things that you know that make you whole, and actually get some context and information on shit that you don't know about. And guys, I'm talking about myself. I did that to myself. I ragged on myself for not having that information. Once I got it, okay, now you educated. Now you're not stupid. Now, what are you going to do with the information? You're going to use it, and then you're going to use it, and then anytime somebody brings that up towards you in a conversation, you can throw that information at them as a means of passing, not as a means of stabbing somebody, as a means of progressing the information to that person. It's just like a cycle of network that you're doing. But I'm proud of the brother. I'm proud that he's got his peace. I love to see my fellow black men happy personally. And sorry, brother, I can't talk to you right now. I'm on a freaking stream. And he'll understand. But no. But hey, listen, I'm a jackass. Everybody knows it, but they love me. But yeah, I agree with OG Patrice. So more often, I'm happy for the brother. I'm glad he's found his happiness. I got freaking peace. Peace is so important to men. You have no idea. I'm 31, and the thing is,
I know.
Don't want that noise. And the thing is, I know I have to work for it.
Woman, I know. I hear the younger men saying it because I know, being a young man like yourself, whether you're still in college, coming out of college, working, trying to hold things down, you got debt you're trying to pay off. You're trying to start and build your life as a young man, especially someone your age, Jay Takachi. But I like that you are so cultured, and you're headstrong, and you know what you want to do. And if going over to Japan and living, because I know I come on your channel every now and then, so I know you love all things Japanese, right? So
I do.
I get it.
I do.
Yeah.
I tell people I do.
And that's what's up, But my thing is, I love that as a young man, because you know what you want to do, and that's the thing, when you are striving towards something, that makes all the difference in the world than just trying to be an influencer to tell somebody else what they should and should not do. Because a lot of times, and what I'm finding is that most of men that are saying these things are fathers themselves, that they left these women to be single women,
and they're bitter as hell.
Real talk.
Like bitter ladies.
They left these women, or it didn't work out between these women, whatever the case may be, and they left the mother of their child, and she's a single woman. Now you're trying to tell other men not to get with women like the woman you had a child with and left, or it didn't work out.
Patrice and Jay, can I let me just take just a couple minutes. Only no more 2-3 minutes.
Hold on, Rico.
No, Rico.
Shout out to Von Eric. Just glad to have you in the building, brother. All right.
I just want to take a quick moment so we can read. And the reason why I say this, because I know Patrice came in a little bit later, and I'm not sure when you came in, Jay.
I've been here 40 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, I want to recap this young man's story, how he told it from the beginning. Because if you guys heard it, what me and Clarence heard it from the beginning, you be like, what the fuck? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is, and that's why I brought him over. His story is so powerful. He was a 17-year-old baseball prodigy, probably from the 9th grade to the 10th grade. He exploded.
Shout out to the baseball.
Ended up becoming a baseball. Always wanted a baseball player, baseball prodigy. Went on, got drafted by the New York Yankees out of college in the 6th round.
Oh, the Yankees.
Whatever.
No, I got
professional baseball. That's all I'm saying.
I know. It's professional regardless.
Knows Alex Soriano, knows Gary.
Yeah.
Talking about giving us Gary Sheffield to come in.
Man.
If you don't know who Gary Sheffield is, get off your lazy ass.
I know who Gary Sheffield is, and I watched baseball all my life.
Patrice, you know I'm not talking to you,
She
girl.
don't know who Gary Sheffield is.
I do.
She don't know who it is.
I do. My brothers are baseball buffs. I grew up with. Listen, my brothers love the Cubs. Oh my God, stop it!
Talking to our subscribers who may not know, I want them to know that I'm working as hard as I can in the back to bring people who live these lives and not tell these lies. I want people who live the life, L-I-F-E, and not tell the lie, L-I-E. You know, so John lived the life. Clarence looked up the article about his lawsuit against Mr. D. Sanders. Am I lying, Clarence?
No, yeah, he did. Yeah.
He just won.
Actually, he just won. Actually, it was he didn't actually sue the
Okay, well, hold up, y'all. So was this talked about earlier? Are we okay to talk about that?
No, we'll talk about it. Yeah, he talked about it.
When you
he didn't go into detail.
I just want to make sure because when you're talking about cases and things like that.
It's already over. Yeah.
It was 7 years. It didn't settle. He won. And I'm gonna tell you this. When we drop the link to his channel, when you go to the Primetime Truth, you're going to see where he talks. You're going to see the deposition of Mr. D. Sanders with his ass on camera. You're going to see the deposition of his son Shiloh on camera in this case.
Bro Rico, yes, I saw it because I knew he was going to be a guest, before. So I went on the channel and did my research. I subscribed and everything. I wasn't going to say nothing because I wasn't sure if it was okay to talk about that part of it.
Right. No good. And then once I said we did ask. He when you watch the replay, you'll see he didn't say, but I know it was an 8-figure settlement. So we'll leave it at that. But the guy, he grew up with parents that were foster parents. He has an adopted Mexican son that parents are locked up for life, and he's looking to come back to America to adopt the brother of that son. To bring back to the DR.
That's beautiful.
Am I making this up, Clarence? Or did he tell us this?
He did tell us that.
This
good dude, man. Just a good dude. Just a good dude, man. Just good.
Unbelievable.
Good
so dude. Go back to the start.
Well, that's why he's been blessed. I heard him say he was a boy from Mississippi and somewhere else
Louisiana,
in the South.
Mississippi, Louisiana, yes. Yeah. But who he is and what he is, because like I said, he hit my algorithm because I'm in the DR. I've been in the channels, and I've just been watching this guy. I was like, damn, we gotta get him. And I reached out to him, and he reached out back to me. And again, like I said, when I talk about the DR, it's usually 3 particular places. It's the places that's populated by tourism and Americans and Europeans and Canadians. And it's usually where I live in Punta Cana, because of course, my lazy fat ass want to live in American land. The capital, Santo Domingo, and the North Coast. But where he lived is a very Dominican area. And I go to other places like that, but I'm just too much of a punk and a pussy to live there. But he does.
Wow, Rico.
And when I watch him living
there, why, Rico? Hold up. Don't just smooth over that. Why, Rico?
Come on, let me go. Clarence, tell her leave me alone. She's picking on me.
Yeah, why, Rico? Why, Rico?
Oh, Lord, she heard that.
Man, you saw my little brother. Hey, man, my little brother picking on me.
You heard that. So, I'm going to get tough one day, not today. But I like my creature, Patrice, I like my creature comforts. Okay, I'm fat and I'm lazy, but at some point I'll get there.
Hey, Patrice, you can't get a pizza out there in the jungle.
Look, and here's the thing, though. Now, here's the crazy part about it. When we watch Brother John's channel, the Dominican route, you're gonna see him out there swimming in rivers, eating the local food, living the local life, just like a Dominican. 3 years ago, he was living in Louisiana. He's over there, and his girlfriend Brenda, beautiful, gorgeous Afro-Dominican woman.
Yes,
she loves him to death. He loves her to death. You can see the genuineness in their relationship. So when I try to tell people, like, look, when you go over to the DR, yes, you can get a genuine woman. If you sitting there and she look like J-Lo and a 10, she got a husband and 6 kids, and you just don't know about it. Stop it. John went over there, found a woman with 3 kids, and he was like, I don't care, bump that. That's no different than Keisha here in the U.S. I don't think he has a problem with Keisha here in the U.S. You know why John didn't have a problem with Keisha here in the U.S.? Because John was a foster parent here in the U.S.
Right.
Exactly.
John,
but Rico, he didn't move there specifically, but he didn't move there specifically.
No, for
to
no
be
jail.
a passport bro for a woman. He moved there for another reason, and happened to find a woman in love there. So that makes the difference too.
And see, this is the thing I want to get at. Even if you're a jacked up man and you find a good woman, even if it's here or even if it's in the DR or if it's in Japan or China or Russia or wherever, you still a messed up man.
Right. And if you the problem, you can go to, I said this many times. If you the problem, you can go to Timbuktu. You still the problem.
That was, you know what happened. We had happening out here in the early '90s, late '80s, and the early '90s. They start building up what they call the Inland Empire out here in LA. They build up the Inland Empire, right? And so people who are running away from the gangs, black people in the inner cities was running away from the gangs, running out there to Moreno Valley, Riverside, Rialto, all of these different places in the Inland Empire. Then the gangs start popping up out there, right? Then they realize you the one took the gang. You had the gang members with you. You know, that's your son. That's your daughter. That's the gang members. Y'all taking the problem with you. So it doesn't matter where you go if you're gonna keep taking the problem with you.
But
you know
Clint, what I was trying to show, why I picked him was because I was trying to show a young man who left and went, and he exactly like Patrice said. He didn't go looking for no womanizing. Like over there, they call it when you go overseas, whether it's Brazil, Colombia, the DR, Panama, whatever, they call it whoremongering. They call it mongering. Basically, you go over there just to sleep with working girls, right? But he didn't go over there with that intention. He went over there, and I'll be honest with you, if John didn't do what he did in the DR with Brenda, he would have found a woman in America the same way. Okay. But what he did was he went to the DR to get out of America because, as he told us, Clarence, he wanted peace because of all the struggle he had been through. He had been released from the baseball team. He got tired of the fast life. He ended up working at a school where Deion Sanders' kid came and assaulted him and damn near paralyzed him.
Oh, man. Gosh, man.
Go back to the beginning of the replay. He'll tell you how bad it was, how he pissed himself and everything else from this assault, where they almost threatened to incarcerate him. I would have wanted to get the fuck out of America, too.
Yeah.
Where I get assaulted and you're threatening to lock me up because this kid make this up because he's going through some shit with his father because he want to live with his mother. Are you fucking kidding me? And it takes me 7 years to clear my fucking name?
Yeah. Yeah, it's an awesome story.
That's what the documentary is about.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's an awesome story.
And he tells it all. So the fact people are, why he went to the DR? I would have wanted to get the fuck away from here too.
Exactly.
So he went there. He found a love of his life, or I don't know if the love of his life, but somebody he loves. She got 3 kids. So what? Miss me with this bullshit. So when nigga be like, oh, you shouldn't be a stepfather. Nigga, you ain't built for it. I get that. Right. I ain't mad. I'm not. I will never tell Jay, go out there and be a stepfather. Because nigga, if you ain't, I don't know if he's built for it. I know people who are built for it. You know you are. And if you know you are, so Jay, if you go out there and you meet this woman, you're like,
well, I'm gonna tell you, I knew my son was built to be a father for sure.
Right.
Because my son is my only child, and he let me know many a times he wished he had other siblings. It wasn't always a benefit of him being an only child. He loved children. He always loved children. My son is in the line of work now, where he started out as a mentor for a non-profit organization, and now he's the VP of said organization. He always loved children. Then when he got with my ex-daughter-in-law, who he grew up with, they played together as little kids, and then they moved to another city, and when they got grown, she ended up having one child by another guy. By the time they hooked back up, then they decided they want to fall in love, and now they all in love, and she had one child already. Right. And my son was okay with that. My son married her, and then they had a child, which is my firstborn, oldest grandchild.
Because he was already built.
Because I knew that my son would make a great father, because he used to always ask for a sibling. Yes. He wanted to have that little brother or little sister, somebody that he could cultivate in that way. So I knew that he would make a great father.
So he
even told him, look, you just don't have to settle for your cousins, because mama ain't having no more kids.
But listen, that's fair. So the example,
it is men out here that are built for, and my John is, like my son, my son reminds me of John. Their work, a lot of their life was already loving kids and being around kids and mentoring kids and things of that nature. So it's only natural a man like that would make a great dad and a great stepdad.
Look, Patrice, the crazy part about it, his parents were foster parents. So from the age of 10, he grew up watching his parents bring in fucking children that had been abused and bathed and cared for them. So at an early age, he watched a sense of selflessness. Okay. Then on top of that, when he became an adult and he became a foster parent, John said he's fostered almost a couple hundred kids in the U.S. before he went.
Wow.
Because if here's the thing, is what you will find out is children who are raised by foster, not biological children. If you are a biological child and you live in a house, so for example, if I'm your son, Patrice, and you are a foster parent, there's a high likelihood that when I become an adult, I'll be a foster parent, because it's a learned behavior. It's a behavior that I've seen. I seen my mother do it. Same thing, people who grew up with adopted brothers and sisters.
Right.
And let me to adopt.
And let me, yes, true. That is true. And let me say this too, because I've heard several of my friends that have been or are step parents, and like you said, even foster parents. I've actually heard them tell stories of where those stepchildren and foster children treat them better than their own blood children.
Hell yes!
I've heard those stories.
That's my truth. That's my fucking truth.
Rico, calm down. Rico, calm down.
No.
All right, let me shout out Big Rig. Shout out to Big Rig Slaps. If you haven't already gone over to Knowledge and Relationships, check out the newest, hottest show on Knowledge and Relationships. It's Easily Rigged with Big Rigs and Be Easy That Dude. Go over there and check out these two young brothers, man. They just like this young brother we got here, Jay Takashi, man. They are shouting out all kind of different points of view, man, and they have some good takes, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
and
but
Big
go
Riggs
there.
And Mr. Long, hit that link. Hit that link.
Yeah, you can hit the link because we're only gonna be up here for a little while longer. I think we did a good show. in this amount of time. No, she probably just had a problem. She'll be back. All right, so hey, Rico, are you off your soapbox, man? Can we let somebody else talk for a minute? Just for a minute.
See your soapbox.
What you got to say? Who? Jay?
Yes.
Can Jay talk?
Jay Takashi, man, because
yeah,
I want to ask him a question.
You be quiet.
I wanted to ask him a question. May I ask him a question, Rico?
I love y'all. I love y'all.
Jay, you don't have to answer his question. Just talk. Go ahead, let him ask.
No, and I got you.
But you don't have to answer it. But go ahead.
But Rico, because I heard you kind of went in when I said that, because I didn't know that was your story where you had stepchildren or foster kids. I don't know your situation where they have treated you better than even your own blood children have. I actually have heard stories like that many a times, and I have one girlfriend whose family is very wealthy because they got somebody famous in their family, but they had their blood children. When they read the will, they left them nothing. They left everything to the stepchildren and the adopted children. Wow. Because they said
that's a real thing.
They said that the biological child treated them like crap. Shit. Real talk.
That's a real thing, Patrice. Yeah. That's my life. And I'm not going to leave it to my kids, but I'm going to leave it to the grandchildren of the steps over the biological. Because mother had you, mother made you, and mother fucked you. I'm not. Yes. Okay. That's real. I'm just going to leave it at that. I ain't saying on that. And even them little motherfuckers I still love. But fuck them. I'm not dealing with the abuse.
Rico.
I'm talking to Sister Patrice. Can I talk to OG? OG. That's a real thing, OG.
I know it is. I know it is. I've seen the reactions and conversations with friends and things that are in that situation right now.
It's real.
Rico and Patrice. May I ask Brother Jay a question, please?
Is it going to be a good question or a bad question?
Yes, it's going to be a very good question.
I love that. It's going to be a good question or a bad question.
Put it in the back chat.
And I'm not even going to do like Rico and have a 20-minute prelude. We're not going to even have a 20-minute Rico prelude, right?
Don't worry, I never talked up a woman. Don't worry.
Jay, well, actually, it's a two-part question. Number one, have you ever been to Japan? And number two, what exactly made you decide to to even think about, put you in the mentality you even think about going to live over there?
Okay, so for the first answer, no, but I will be going there soon for a visit at one point. Two, what made me invest my and my time into that learning their culture was just how they live over there, their demeanors, how they get things done, the mindset compared to America over here is just vastly different. Let's get into this. Personality. They are chill as hell. They don't explode 150 to 130 like over here. The atmosphere of the place that they govern, I say govern, more so live, govern, and that they reside in, is just a modicum of peace over there. More often than not. Now, I did say benevolent dictatorship, but I'd rather have a benevolent dictatorship than too much freedom and let schools get shut up, because that's ridiculous. And the crime rate over there is one freak accident a year, or maybe two. The crime is so freaking low. It's like, dude, and here's what I learned by learning about all these other countries. You realize that most of these, and OG was here on that stream that we had when we talked about, it was my Street Fighter stream that OG came on that we talked about with me and Marcus. You realize most of these police stations down here don't have fucking guns?
Yeah, like
don't need to use them.
Yeah.
Say it again, Jay. Say that one more time.
I said you realize most of the freaking police down in freaking different parts of the world, like the UK, Europe, and freaking Japan, of them don't have freaking guns at all. They don't use guns to subdue freaking people.
Oh, you mean other parts of the world other than the U.S.?
One part of the world, yeah, instead of America.
Okay,
America, we got them. I'm going to no shit. They're able to resolve situations without using firing and just shoot people. No. Yeah. There's other ways of detaining them. And trust me, they do get punished. Don't get me wrong. It's like what you said about the people having the guns and stuff like that. I'm actually got to get punished for that. Instead over here, we just let people walk all over crap. And I'm like,
well, Jay,
that's what I like over there.
Jay, I was over there in the late 80s, early 90s. I was in Oakland, Iowa, and we were on the base.
Okinawa, okay.
Yeah, we performed for the men in the service over there. We went through the USO. So that was my experience over there in Japan back in the day. And I was over there, we was over there, God, for a good 3 months. Man, I had the best time because they love our culture.
I know the ladies did with all the stuff they get over there.
They love the, yeah, oh my God. And I just went crazy with shopping and stuff because listen, that's back when it was so great. They put us up, they gave us stipend and fed us meal, and we performed for 3 months over there, off and on. And it was, man, I had the best time. So I get it. I understand culturally, that was my first time ever going over there. So yeah, I just wanted to say that to you.
Definitely, OG. And the thing is, to touch on Brother Clarence's question, the thing is, for me, like I said, that like Japan fits my mindset of peace of what I'm trying to achieve. Of course, I'm gonna have to work, but the difference with me is I have less headaches over there as opposed to over here. Like, yeah, you'll have headaches regardless of wherever you work, as long as they're not an inconvenience to you. But if you allow them to become an inconvenience to you, because for me, like I tell people, like I have a brother over there right now. I made contact with a guy from Japan when I was in high school. I still have his number to this day, and we talk every Friday, early morning, which will be midnight for him over there. When I get ready to go to work, I talk to him on the phone, and I don't care how loud I am at work with my freaking conversation. I ain't super loud or whatever like that. But I talk with him.
Funny. My ex son is he's 22 now, and he is getting ready to go over there now to live. He got a girlfriend and everything. He finna leave. He going to Japan. He loves it.
Is he going by himself?
Yeah, he's going over there to work. She's in school. They met online. You know how the younger generation, they ain't even met in person, right? Like,
but he might be surprised what he see.
Yeah, but he's going, or he's been over there before, but he's actually going over there to live for a while. So yeah.
Oh, live for a while. Trust me, he might not want to come back once he lives for a while. Trust me, that live for a while gonna turn in like I'm staying here, because there's actually a black-owned business over there that's been around for 30 years, and somebody posted on Facebook that they're still there to this day. They're profiting over there. They are chill, and it's like we get recognition over here, y'all, and we just chill. No loudness. No attacking, whatever, no racism, no whatever goes over there. It doesn't really go over there at all. It doesn't. Just don't be acting a damn fool. Simple enough. And here's the thing I tell everybody over here. Japan ain't built for you because you don't have discipline. You think you could talk loud on a bus over there? They'll kick you right the fuck out, as they should. And I love them that they do that. Get your ass out of here. Do all that shit in America. You can't do this over here. There's rules that you got to follow over there. Me, I'm quiet to myself. All I do is bump my music up when I'm super loud, and I'm chill. I just ride the bus like that a long time ago, and I can still do it now. It never left me. I can be chill, just listening to music, get on my stop, not bugging anybody, just doing my own thing. And that's how and that's why I said, if y'all don't have a sense of discipline, a sense of respect, which a lot, I'm not saying about talking about on this panel, a lot of people in America fucking lack. I noticed that, and a lot of and that's why I said that common sense shit is just not in y'all no more. And I had to retain that back, and I got a lot of clarity from when I retained it, because I was like, yo, because I realized I was gradually getting stupider talking to freaking people who didn't know shit what the hell they was talking about, and I'm just like, I gotta get away from these people. I gotta get away, because like a freaking cancer.
It dumbs you down. Yeah, it dumbs you down.
It really dumbs me down. Yeah, and I'm just like, because I had days where like, why I felt dumb today. I don't ever feel stupid ever. I'm like, why? I'm like, okay, and I'm like, I know what it is. I gotta get away from here. So it was just a matter of putting myself around the people, putting me around people who I know who are smarter. If you have
a certain amount of a level of intelligence, and you have to, because my brain is analytical, because I in my regular day job, I deal with numbers all the time. So I'm analytical. I'm always analyzing, breaking shit down. So when you're used to, and it depends on if you're a right side or a left side thinker, and you know, brain wise, right? How your brain is wired and what makes it tick and work. Certain intellectual stimulating conversations stimulate the brain, right? And all the triggers and the neurotransmitters and things in your brain. So when you are constantly hearing the same conversation over and over again, and you reach a plateau, right, in your brain, and then it starts to flatline. It starts to flatline, and all it is like, ooh, it's a straight line, and then eventually it starts to go down. It starts to, like on a sliding scale, going down, and you start feeling like I know for me, I start feeling like, what have I learned out of this lesson or this conversation? What did I get out of it? What are some of the talking points to me that can benefit me, benefit my community? And if it's just all talking points and it's nothing to stimulate the brain, you're not talking about solutions and things of that nature. It's just all what it is. But who am I? You know, I'm just a girl with no talking points. You know, I need to go read a book.
No. I would say the opposite to those people. I'm like, no, y'all need to get off your goddamn phones and go read a fucking book. Go read something about life, actual life. And I'm talking about, I don't mean like a fiction book. I'm talking about like an actual nonfiction book about like Frederick Douglass or freaking James Baldwin, all that stuff.
Okay, let me
Howard Cruz.
Can I
go ahead, Rico?
So my question is this: I think the conversation is very deep, and considering the guests that we had earlier today, and even you, Jay, with you desiring to go to Japan, right? So now I'm trying to pull both together, and even myself, who I'm getting the fuck out of here. We got to start asking.
I hear you keep saying that, Rico. Yeah.
Shit, I done built it, bought it. I done bought it, built it, moved it, and some more shit. I'm going. It's a done deal. But the question is, this is the question I want to ask you, Patrice, you, Jay, you.
Yeah.
Old Negro Source probably ain't never gonna go, but he needs to. So my question is this, right? Because my question is this. It's like, this is some real shit, right? I know. I'm gonna drag his ass. I'm gonna drag his ass on the boat till he sees something different. That's pretty good over here.
I love you, Rico. I love you, Rico. That's funny.
But what I'm trying to say is one, why again, like I said, Jay, you and I love it that more people of color are having an interest outside of the U.S. And it was a good thing that, like, the guest John said, we need to start to travel. And I agree with that. It's like
being in fear.
So in theory, I'm saying to myself, one, why are we looking outside the U.S.? And then shouldn't we continue? Because I think why it's like the first question I get is like, when people like, why are so many black people looking to leave the U.S.? Like, because the U.S. treat us like shit.
Exactly.
That's why. So I just started there, right?
Yeah.
And that's
main thing number one.
I don't want the conversation to be like, because I said, I'm like, in my head, it's like, because the U.S. treat black people like shit. And then it's like, so like I said, when John talked about it, I hear you, Jay, talk about it. It's like, I'm also like I know my reason. I'm trying to fill out other people.
Well, bro, Rico, to be honest with you,
because you asked a question, Patrice.
And to be totally honest with you, I have given it some thought. I've thought about, either moving to another country or either at least buying another house over in another country so I can have my time to get away when I'm coming.
Peace and get away from this bullshit.
For retirement, right? Like, I've looked into the cost of living in Belize, Costa Rica, Belize, and certain parts of Mexico. I honestly have. I have a girlfriend that sold high-end real estate, and man, she cashed out about $1 million 401k, and that's just in a 401k. And she retired some years ago, probably about 6-7 years ago, and she bought a little. She had a home built in I forget what part of Mexico she is. I'm not good with the names.
It's in Mexico. Don't matter.
And now she owns a nice little outdoor bar and grill type of place.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, and she is living the life. And every day I look at her, she just looks so happy, like she got.
And you be thinking, what the fuck am I doing wrong?
And I'm looking at her. She's like, "Girl, this is living right here."
Thank you.
She said, "I have no worries, no." I said, "I look at your pictures, and I can tell that you don't have the stress and relief of an American anymore on your face. Like everything is just
Instead of being stuck in Chicago, Arizona, Las Vegas, like fuck this shit. Y'all can have this shit, and that's all I'm saying is when I. And again, I'm not telling everybody because it's not for.
No, I definitely thought about it as at least as buying a second house.
So when
if I don't, you know what I mean?
Right. And my thing is, and I get it. I tell people like, look, here's the thing. I always tell people: the number one reason why you won't leave the country, they'll say, is what's the number one reason they'll give you for not leaving the country? Jay. What's your number?
All right, no. I hear three things coming to mind when I hear that. One is like, oh, it's terrible over there. You don't know what it's like over there. They're probably
okay. Number two is what?
Number two is, they're poor. Like I said, the economy is weak. It's not anything like America. What? And number three would be is you don't know what you're doing.
Okay, stop right there. Patrice, what's the number one reason why you won't move to another country?
No, I never said I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. No,
I'm asking. Your number one reason.
What they say,
What now? I'll say what I hear other people say.
Okay, say whatever.
They say, well, it's a third world country. It's poor.
That's the number one reason.
It's boring.
Okay.
Especially if they from a big city like, Chicago, New York, California, big city places where it's a lot going. They're used to traffic. They used to riffraff. They used to, hearing noises and
okay.
So that and maybe what else have I heard? The way certain governments are ran. I heard those.
You finished, Clarence? You got a number one reason why you can't leave to go to another country?
Yeah, it's a plan.
Having medical issues.
Number two.
I don't know. Number
two.
I forgot, and they don't want to leave their kids or something. Be that far from their kids.
Okay, stop. Now we got a winner. Ding, 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 ding. I'm telling you, motherfucker. The number one reason is the most bullshit reason. Family.
I hear that a lot. Yeah.
The number one reason why people will not leave America is family. And family is the number one reason why you will get fucked.
They wouldn't stop
that
me,
will
man.
be the number one
reason.
reason.
Hot thing smoking. If
Say what?
They the number one reason why motherfuckers be like, I don't want to leave my family. And I'm like,
I'm actually about to find that out with my lady.
Me?
Well, if you die, you're going to leave them. You're going to leave them eventually.
Fuck them.
Hold on, Rico. Rico, hold on. Let me shout out Brother New Growth. Brother New Growth, glad to have you in the building. Did I shout out Daryl? I did shout out Daryl, but if you haven't had a chance to go over to Daryl Long and get on go subscribe to Daryl Long. Subscribe to Daryl Long.
I'm not dogging I'm just in there like that's always the number one reason. And it's funny because even the relocation services say, why do you say family when family's like 4 hours away, 5 hours away? How often? Like when you stay in the country.
Well, that ain't never been my issue, Rico, because I've always traveled and been away from my family most of my life, more away from them than with them.
And I agree with you, but I'm saying
I've been with them too much. That's the problem.
When they do the survey, they did a collective, and everybody like, I don't want to be that far from my family, and I was like, You in the same country and you ain't doing shit with them motherfuckers. And that's
Right.
how I am.
Exactly.
I literally got to the point like, I'm in the country and I don't fuck with y'all. Why can't I leave the country and not fuck with y'all? So, and here's the thing was, Patrice, you specifically asked John the question. And John gave you an honest answer. You know what the number one reason why he picked the DR? It's the same number one reason why I did. Cost of living.
Mm-hmm.
It just is. Whether your girlfriend, she didn't pick Mexico because she likes Spanish. She picked Mexico because it's cheaper to live. She would be a fool to go to a more expensive country.
Exactly. Yep. To retire. Yep.
That's what she chose. Mexico is as cheap as the DR.
Mm-hmm.
It literally is. Depending on where you go, whether it's not Cancun, but
well, she did what I see a lot of the white couples that retire and do. She went over there and bought her a bar. She bought her a little bar and grill place right off of the water, beautiful. And she get to tours, man. She making a killing over there too. So it's like,
do you understand? They got Mexican.
I get it.
Do you understand? They got Mexican communities in Mexico. They have almost 100,000 English speakers from the U.S., Canada, and Europe. Now
that I did not know. I did not know that.
Are you fucking kidding me? They're all over the place. And you don't even. I'm going to the jail. I'm like, and I tell people like, if you go to an expat area, which they call them expat. Because, you know, if you come from the DR Mexico here to the U.S., you're an immigrant. If you go there, you're an expat. That's the difference in the language. An expat is if you leave from a wealthy country to a poor country, they consider you as an expatriate. You're a patriot of another country. And you decided to go in there. If you come from a poor country to a wealthier country, and that's the point, your ass is an immigrant.
Do somebody got something on in the background? Somebody got something on in the background.
Oh, that's me. That's me.
Oh, that's you.
Of course. Oh, Negrosaurus. So if you come from a poor country to a wealthier country, yeah, shake your head, Negrosaurus. If you come from a poor country to a rich country, you're an immigrant, Patrice. If you come from a rich country to a poor country, you're an expat. So if you go to Thailand from America, you're an expat. If you come from Thailand to America, you're an immigrant. That's the way.
I think she knew that, Rico.
So all I'm saying is,
yeah, I was talking to my ex, the one whose son is getting ready to move to Japan. They just come from, let me see, is it Thailand or Taiwan? Thailand.
Jesus.
Oh, they go over there. Okay. Now they go over there because I think they're getting ready to open up some kind of business or something over there. But it's funny because I was teasing them. I said, "Y'all been going over there an awful lot. What y'all doing? Y'all buying ladies over there?" I was teasing.
Oh, smokes, Patrice! Holy smokes!
I mean,
No.
But now he said they starting a business over there.
No.
And I said, what, the business of ladies?
Clarence, stop, Clarence. You go holy smokes.
She could run a flower shop.
You go holy smokes, but in reality, I'm not saying that they are. But even though Patrice is teasing, there's a certain level of reality and truth.
Exactly. I was just teasing, though. I was teasing.
Right. I know you was, but I'm saying.
Yeah, he my ex, so I could tease with him like that.
But what I'm saying is there is some truth in that. And those are the parts when we were talking with John, and John was like, hey, I got Brenda, she's a country girl, she's just this. But if I go to the club, I'm gonna get old Miss Fast Sally, and she gonna be this, and this. And when we bring other people onto the show, they'll act like that don't exist. And I keep telling them, like I'll tell John, you know I live in Punta Cana. When me and my sons go, and I land, and they go to the club, I tell my son, you know none of them hoes don't love you. They all sugarcoating it.
I hear you.
Pay your money, have a good time.
I told my son the first time he came to Vegas and I dropped him off at the club, and one of them rappers he wanted to see was there. I said, look, now I'm gonna tell you, these girls ain't no joke. They will set you up. I said, don't put your drink down nowhere. I said, and don't go nowhere with them. I said, especially don't go to their room with them. I say, because you get up there and you get in the door. And they pimp will be waiting on you in that room too, and they rob you and all of that. I say,
I saw that happen too last night. I was watching TV last night, and guess what I saw that happen to?
Who?
The Rockford Files. The same exact situation happened to the Rockford Files. He was on the beach.
Vegas is famous for it.
He saw this chick, and she said, "Come to my apartment, have a drink with me." He went up to her place, had a drink with her. Next
they drug him.
He woke up in his shorts with the boyfriend saying, "Where's your wallet?"
Where's
your wallet?
Can I ask a question? Did you guys think we did a good interview tonight?
Yeah, I just think it's so much more. Yeah, it's just so much more. I definitely want to bring them back.
It's a lot more. And we got to bring Aaron back too. So I hope
Aaron.
I DM'd Aaron. I thanked him. I said, awesome interview. I said, we got to have you back. He said, anytime. Yes. So yeah, we gonna get that alignment. Y'all know my ex is gonna be coming on soon. The one that's been in the music business, big producer. Okay. Work with we got that coming, the makers, and then I don't talk a lot about, like, I got a nephew that's getting real big in Chicago, working with a lot of those underground rappers and stuff, and he just got a really big deal working with it's one rapper he real big in Chicago named G Herbo, and then this other girl.
I heard of him.
Okay, yeah, and all of that. Like I'm gonna get ready. I want to interview my nephew as well too. So I'm getting some things lined up. But yeah, because good things are happening. I just want to concentrate on the good stuff. I love it. That's the negative stuff.
That's
not for the negative stuff.
Sometimes, right?
Patrice, that's what I was saying. Was like, we're doing good stuff. We're pushing a good program. Every so often we got to deal with a little shit, but we're pushing a good program.
Y'all deal with the shit, okay? How about that? Y'all deal with the shit. I'm staying with the good stuff.
But Patrice, I'm saying, you watched the interview today. It was a good interview.
Excellent. Yeah, absolutely good interview. I got to watch the beginning though. I will say I missed it, and I want to watch it so when we bring them back, I'll know what questions to ask and not to ask.
Yes. And you will. So watch it. But again, like I said, we're gonna post it. And I'm trying to continue. Like I told Bro Crunk, I'm like, look, of course he hate my interviewing style because his ass so slow.
Yeah, you all over the road, man. You started, you like Pulp Fiction. You start at the end, then in the middle, then go to the halfway of the beginning. I'm like, come on, man.
Remember Walter Cronkite?
Yes, I remember Walter Cronkite. Now you telling our age, bro, Rico. Dang.
Yo, OG Patrice, another one bites the dust. Just sing it to Rico.
Exactly.
you need to listen to some Freddie Mercury.
You know what, Risa?
Man, I love Freddie Mercury.
I've been trying to get back to talking about the Better Black. I've been trying to, but I got Rico and Patrice out here. And they gonna talk about all kinds of stuff.
What Risa say? Sorry, Risa. What you want us to talk about, Risa?
Risa wants us to get
the Better Black Life.
Well, we got to close down the shop, y'all, because it's late.
The
Rico
Better Black Life.
It was a great stream.
Yeah, it was absolutely. You
did
great
stream.
Great interview. You did good.
I just want the subscribers, the listeners, the ones in the chat to know we got good.
Look, everybody in the chat, do me a favor. hit the Dominican route. Hit Primetime Truth.
Yeah, we put the links out there, Rico.
Yeah, we put the link. I know, but I'm just reminding them.
Okay.
Hit those links.
We got some great interviews coming up, some more great interviews. I just want you guys to know that.
Behind on mine, at least they doing work.
That brother is
Jay, this is a good thing, man. Why don't you guys finish this discussion from a young guy's perspective on the chip? Because Marcus got a lot of information, look like too. you guys could finish this discussion, man. I mean, just an idea,
definitely.
Just an idea.
I mean,
something tonight, Marcus? I mean, Jay?
Well, I say the young ones to the young ones like Jay and them, man, they young. They definitely need to explore. I wish I wish I'd have started younger. I started later, but I got to travel because of being in the entertainment business. I wouldn't have went all the places that I went. You had it not been for that. I was blessed for that. But man, if you're young and got the opportunity to travel and see the world, man, go see the world.
Yeah,
go see the world.
But be Jay, like you said, be disciplined. You better be disciplined.
If you sit there, if we start the conversation, you continue the conversation. I'll do everything I can to facilitate sending people over to say, hey, look, man, John, tap into this young brother, Jay Takashi, go over there, do a stream. They're probably a little young and crazy. I don't know about how they do, but
we ain't crazy. funny.
No, I'm saying you watch this story over here, then you know how to bring it over to your space. Because I don't want to, I'm like, they do shit different. They 2 generations younger than me. So I don't want to tell you, go over there and talk. You talk with us. Go talk differently.
Oh yeah, they're gonna do it their way, Rico. I'm just giving them the topic. And since a lot of them have a lot of information, Jay got a lot of information, Marcus got a lot of information. I'm sure.
But plus, we want him to speak his piece. Like I told her, I want him to speak the way. If he speak that way with you, like I said, just the only thing I say, just be respectful whenever you're trying to at least for new people, just be respectful to the other person. Don't cut the other dude off because he's new here. I want him to get his point off. Same thing with any ladies that come in. I want them to get their points off. Don't nobody bug them. Y'all can ask them a question once they're done talking. That's all I do. Make it facilitated for it to be nice and respectful. Healthy discourse or healthy conversation, progressive. That's all I do. I ain't trying to tell you. I ain't trying to put you in a box saying you can only say ma'am and sir. I ain't with that. I ain't doing that shit. That's weird. That's weird to me. No.
All right, Jay. We're gonna get some. Rico. We gotta start shutting down the show. Okay, so
here we go.
brother Jay. When's the next time you're gonna be on, man?
Guys, I will be on this Thursday. Like every chill out. Like I said, our chill out session is normally I started at 8 p.m. Usually 7:30. Now it's 8.
8 p.m. What time? What
8 p.m.
Time zone.
Shit. 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
And like I said, the latest it might start ever be is always 8:30. So just be on the lookout for that in case I don't get back in time. I always do make it on time. It's just an extra 15 minutes to get some food, and then after that, come in and do the intro, and then we get things going over there. And the thing is, and we can literally have a topic about anything, but I will start the topic off based off this when it comes when it comes to this particular topic that we had tonight over Brother Clancy's. I will start that off. Because originally I don't start off with anything. I let anybody ask me something and we start it off. But that's how the chill out sessions normally go. But this time I'll start it differently because I'll make that be the main topic for discussion for a little bit before we venture off into things. Yeah.
All right, brother. You have
definitely. I love it.
No, when you talking about doing that, Jay?
This Thursday. This Thursday, okay. 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
So that's 5 p.m. for us, Patrice. All right, so
I still need y'all on there.
All right, we run by there.
At least, now Rico gonna make me laugh. I don't care. I want him over there. He'll make me laugh all night. I love that.
There's one person you better be.
I know.
Guardrails on with certain
Rico is a wild card.
But I ain't gonna say no name. Right?
He's the Trump card. I know the Trump card. No, not Trump the president. Trump card. Like he's my ace.
Jay, you have any closing remarks, brother? Any closing comments, questions, closing remarks, brother?
I would say everybody subscribe to Brother Clancy's channel. Let's talk about better Black life. I love his channel. The man makes great content. He has great people on the panel. OG.
Oh, just when we got good, just when it started going good.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, Jay, you went out for a minute. You started talking about OG Patrice.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. But yeah, guys, like I said, just he has amazing panelists on the stream. Just make sure you check out Rico, you check out OG Patrice himself, and also like I said, just be sure to subscribe and always like the video for it. It always helps people. And also, and trust me, I know. Listen, I know you guys like to watch people's streams. Don't just pop in and pop out. please be there to leave a comment on anyone's chat, and definitely do this with my shit. I'm not above criticism. I need to hear what the hell y'all saying. Hey, listen, if you slap somebody in the face, let me know. I ain't gonna judge you. Heck, that might make me laugh. I need some entertainment, okay, every now and then. But all in all, the interview was amazing. John, shout out to bless that brother's heart, John. I'm glad he's living in some peace right now. That's most thing that is hard for men to find nowadays. I'm talking about good men, not the freaking dudes out here going and smashing chicks. They can burn in hell for all I care. The dudes who actually care about significant others and actually willing to improve themselves. I really love to hear more of that. And that further pushes me, encourages me to be a much better person. Yes, I'm a jackass, but I still got goodness in me to help other people and not go full on a-hole level. I haven't gotten that level. One of my boys is like that, but his girl loves him for that, particularly for that reason why they're still together, because he still does stuff. But for me, it's just a matter of finding a different course. And also knowing that to strive to be the best version of myself, so that I can tell, like I said, have a little Rugrats one day. I'm gonna be beating their ass and teaching them how to be well. So, I mean, that's the dream, that's the goal overall. And hey man, when I get my piece, I'm at my rocking chair. I'm gonna tell you that shit. I tell my father that all the time. For anybody who knows that, I tell my father, like, I can't wait to get my rocking chair when I'm old, bro. I'm gonna be swinging on that. I'm gonna be swinging on that porch, just chilling. So,
yeah, man.
And I might have a bottle of whiskey for that one time. I'm gonna let Rico just grill Rico that one time. No limes though. Maybe too sour. But all in all, y'all have a good night, y'all. Thanks for having me.
All right, Jay. Take care, young man.
Subscribe to Jay Takashi. Go on over and subscribe to Jay Takashi. Go on over and check out one of those chill sessions. He's gonna have another chill session on Thursday. He said 8:30 Eastern. So whatever time zone you're in, check out when that's going to be. And then there was 3. Y'all, do we need to talk?
3 the hard way. I don't know. Do we need to talk?
Do we need to talk, y'all? Yeah, just for a minute. Just for a minute. No, just for a minute. Just for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want to put Patrice up on.
Yeah. 2 minutes before. Yeah, 2 minutes.
Yeah. Couple minutes. All right, Patrice. You got closing remarks? I'll put you down real quick.
No, I mean, good guess. Awesome show. I didn't get to see the beginning of it, and I'm definitely going to go back and watch it, because when we bring that brother back, we're going to get more in depth about the life and living in the DR and his experiences. And I got some more questions. So I'm glad the brother came over and dropping some gems and giving some knowledge and his opinion and views on his experience with living over there. So yeah, I'm just interested to see more to come. Thank y'all. Salute to the chat. Appreciate you. So I will go in the back chat. You could drop me down and salute.
Wait a minute. What does she always say?
What I say?
You always say something when you're done talking.
Oh, I digress. I digress.
Okay. All right. Now I know she's done. Okay. All right, sis. I'll put you down. All right. So that was OG Patrice. All right, Wrinkly. You did good.
Good. Hurry up. I'll see you on the back chat.
All right, man. All right, y'all. I'm not gonna go too long. Everybody in the chat did a great job. All you guys did a great job. We appreciate y'all. We need you guys, especially Risa, Quantum, all you guys in the chat. That you guys, we're gonna need you on Thursday. Thursday's gonna be a big day. We're gonna do double duty. We got the first show with E Black, and I know that one's gonna, depending on how he acts, how that's gonna get. And some of his people may come over here, so we need to have ourselves together. And I don't want to just throw them out just because they disagree with us. But when they start trying to get vicious, I want to be ready to just bounce them. So we're gonna need you guys coming on here. Hold on one second. Brother Newbro says, Brother Clarence, I have to deviate from the topic. I'm pissed. There's a clown having a show title. Is eugenics the answer for modern society? Brother, we got to destroy these cats. We're going to get to them. We're going to get to them, Brother Newbro. But we got to just take, I know exactly who you're talking. I was watching that show earlier. But we got to take these people one person at a time. And, I know you upset. And, they easily debunked. But the problem is they make money for some of these people, man. So the people don't care what they're talking about as long as they bringing money to the channel, and that's typically how the mothership runs their situation. But anyway, we'll get to them, Brother New Growth. Don't worry about it. We'll get to, and like I told Rico, they all coming this way. Sooner or later, they're gonna have to come this way. So we'll get to them. We'll get to them. Shout out to New Growth, by the way. Okay, so okay, Rico said, "Bring me back up." Holy smokes! Here we go. All right, yes, sir.
Brother New Growth. Okay. When we invite that punk bitch ass nigga over here, you better be ready to go to war. Because I know who you talking about. That
New Growth is
motherfucker, the idiot. Let me be quiet. The idiotic truth. Yes. The idiotic truth. But see, I'm tired of being the only person to have a pair of balls to fight against his ass. You right. I saw that clown show shit. And you saw it too. But when I've always been going at that shit before, crickets. Everybody act like and cheese. Okay. I'm saying when I'm ready to arm up, it's just this bitch ass. Cause he's a bitch ass nigga. Be ready to go to war. Cause he's full of shit. I'm just trying to tell you, Rico. And we can dispute it.
Our people, we ain't got to tell them. We just got to tell them when. We ain't got to tell them to arm up. They already know the tool up. They already know it. They already know the tool up already, Rico. They don't have to tell. You have to tell. All you have to tell Reese and them. All you have to do is tell them. It's not based on no evidence. This is the time. This is the date. This is where we're gonna go.
No evidence. No facts. Nothing but a bunch of coonery.
Right. That's exactly what I was waiting for him to say. Yeah, I got this study. I got that. Never did none of that.
I'm sick and tired of being the only person to cuss this sorry POS out.
Well,
piece of shit.
Rico, you don't need to cuss him out. You just
hit him with the facts. No, I want to punch him in the fucking mouth, which is what he needs.
But we can't do that. We gotta just address the issue.
It's disrespectful to people who look like us because we have it hard enough.
Okay,
we got it hard enough, Clarence. We got it hard enough for a sellout ass motherfucker who look like.
I know, but Rico, you can be right. You can be right, but if you let your feelings drive you, the people won't listen to you.
It's not.
But I'm saying I know that's what I'm saying. That's why I said let's stay on the case. Let's get him, but let's get him with the facts. Let's get him with the facts, because if you let your feelings go, then the people will follow your feelings and not the facts.
They don't need. Okay. They don't listen to facts. They just need a choking. But continue on. Drop me, brother.
Right.
Drop me.
Y'all see what I got to deal with? Yeah, New Growth. Yeah, we're gonna get him back up here because yeah, he says a lot of different stuff. Really, I don't really think he's anybody worthy of addressing, but I understand Rico's being upset with him, so I get it, you know. Now Patrice wants to come back. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to say, and another thing. Okay, you can drop me now. You could drop me now. You could drop.
Now I got two Ricos up here. I got two Ricos now. Holy smokes. Okay, y'all. Yeah, so I just want to remind y'all, Thursday, we got a big day. We got a double duty. Whoever's available, we're gonna need you on I'm gonna need you on the door. I'm gonna need you on the door both times. And make sure that everything goes right. Be ready to bounce out. Whoever starts being disrespectful, ready to bounce out. Brother C, get started on a backup channel and say, yeah, see, I got to get a channel where Rico can actually just go at these dudes, right? They can just do what they want, like a Fight Club type of situation, right? Maybe I'll do that, Risa. You got a good idea. I think when Risa said, yeah, I remember the way he did OG Patrice. I have not forgotten that. I keep it cool. Yeah, we haven't forgotten that either. But now he's trying to dig at us even more. So and he's putting out that, as usual, leaving massive amounts of information out of the stuff that he's telling the people that come and watch his quote unquote content. So we got to address it, unfortunately. And then after we get done with E Black, I was on Black Man Unfiltered. You guys know, as you guys know, last week I was on Black Man Unfiltered, and we ended up he Black Man Unfiltered brought up the situation between me, security boss, and Uncle Stu, and I didn't have time to address that properly. You know, he was able to, you know, ask me a bunch of questions, and because I was there to address one situation, I wasn't prepared to go into the intricacies of that situation over there. But I have already invited him to come. I've invited E Black to come. So I've invited these people to come over here. And so either they'll be here or they'll send somebody over here. They'll send a representative over here to either listen or actually come on the panel, which we invited them to do. So this ain't no secret. I put out a community tabs with there and added them in the community tabs. I added them in the actual you know, live stream. So this ain't no secret. They know about it. And I emailed Black Man Unfiltered. So I'm sure he went running right to security boss to tell her what was going on. So, you know, these people know all what's happening. I'm sure they went running to tell Stu too. So they all know they'll be, you know, either they'll come or they won't come, or they'll listen to the replay or whatever. But I just want us to be on our best behavior. And, you know, you guys just do like you always do in the chat. Take, you know, anybody who looks like they're moving funny, take them out. Right? All right. Absolutely. Risa is you know, Top Gun, you know, it's a head bouncer. All right. So, anyway, and Quantum too. All right. So let's, okay, let me give you the rundown real quick. You guys in the chat, strong performance as always. Strong performance as always. Appreciate y'all. Y'all make everything move so smoothly. You see that interview we just did? We didn't have to worry about it. We had one little troll step in here, and we bounced his behind out of here, and then that was that. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's just stay on top of it, because, you know, I got rid of that guy not because of what he was saying, but the way he was saying it. And he could have damaged us as far as the language he was using. So that's why I bounced him out, and he figured it out. So anyway, and if he had something really serious to say, he would have came back and said it. But that's how we got to do it, y'all. But you guys always 1,000% on point. Shout out to the chat, and like I said, strong performance from the chat. Who else came up here today? Who was our special guest? John Darjean. I believe it said his name is Darjean. John Darjean. This brother, man, what didn't do? You know, he was helping the community, helping, going on marches, rallying people to vote. You know, went to college, got drafted in his third year of college, got drafted into MLB. I mean, you know, played for the Yankees for a while. I mean, what this dude didn't do, right? Had money, was a foster parent for, he said, a couple 100 children, right? Foster parent, foster coach. I mean, just did all kind of stuff to help the kids, right? Then he hooks up with a bunch of dudes from the DR because he's playing with them, he's teammates with them. He hooks up with these dudes from the DR, gets interested in the DR, goes over there to visit, loves it, visits some more, loves it more, and then he finally just says, "Hey, I'm just gonna go down here." Gets into the situation with the before he moves to the DR, gets into the little altercation with well, it wasn't no altercation. Deion Sanders' son pretty much attacked him, right? So it created gave him nerve damage, and you know, did a bunch of different stuff to gave him a bunch of health conditions that he had to deal with now. But you know, shout out to him. He looks like he's dealing with it, right? But the guy's just a very accomplished cat. Plus, he's a real good, down to earth people. I don't know what it is with us, but we just seem to get some of the best people, man, around. Patrice got Aaron Thompson, real cool brother. Rico got not only this brother, but he got Kay. I mean, just down to earth people, man. Down to earth people. Shout out to all of them. Yeah, he was an author, actor. I mean, just I didn't even get into his acting credits. I mean, just a bad dude. I mean, good, bad meaning good. This is a good dude, man. Good dude. But we didn't even scratch the surface of his story, you know, because somebody kept asking him a bunch of different questions that could have waited, and then asking him out of order. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's okay. I got to teach Rico how to do an interview where you start from the beginning and build suspense to the end. Rico don't build no suspense. He go right to the end. Yeah, this is what happened, huh? No, you gotta wait till you gotta build suspense. All right. Anyway, shout out to the brother John Darjean. I hope Rico's gonna stay in touch with him, and Rico's gonna stay in touch with him. Hope, and we're gonna bring him back. He said he could he said he could talk to Gary Sheffield. He didn't say he could get there. I know he can't speak for Gary Sheffield, but he said he'll try to talk to Gary Sheffield to come over here. Now, if you guys don't know who Gary Sheffield is, he was the man at one time in baseball. He was the man in about the mid '90s, early 2000s. He was the man. He was the man. I used to go to his house up here, and they got a community up here in Bel Air called Mountain Gate, right? I used to work all over LA, and he had a place up here in Mountain Gate, right down the street from Steve Harvey and Master P, guard gated community. I mean, a little shack in there cost you about $12 million in there, right? And that was at that time. That place probably tripled in value now. This little shack probably cost you $36 to $37 million in there. Easily. Look up Mountain Gate California. I mean, it's a very exclusive guard gated community. And Gary, I remember Gary Sheffield used to live up in there. I believe he was married to Halle Berry, if I'm right. But anyway, Gary Sheffield. So anyway, he said he might could bring Gary Sheffield over here. So shout out to brother John. But hopefully we'll see him again. All right, who else was up here? Brother Jay Takashi was up here. What do you think about Brother Jay Takashi? Did he hit all the buttons? Did he hit all the heads? I mean, he's a young brother and he's got a good head on the shoulders. He's a very humble brother. He came up here, he asked a couple questions. You know what I mean? I had to tell him in the back chat, because what happened was Brother John's uncle came. Oh, David Justice. So I made him. I forget what I said about him living in that. No, I think he did live in that Gargate community, but David Justice also lived up there. And David Justice was the one that was married to Halle Berry. That's right. All right. So anyway, what else? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Brother Jay. What do you think about Jay? If you really support Jay, go on over to his channel, subscribe, check him out. If that's the kind of content you like, hey, go on over there, hang out with him on a chill session over there. Jay's a good brother, man. Good brother. Awesome job. And he had a solid performance. Solid performance as always. Sometimes you get a lot in, sometimes you get a little in. Even me. Sometimes I have to let, Rico and Patrice, I got to let them talk. And I don't say nothing. I just sit in the background. So sometimes you're going to talk a lot. Sometimes you're going to talk a little bit. But you make your presence felt. Shout out to Brother Jay. Go on over and check him out. What about OG Patrice? She came in. Hey, she just came in. She said, hey, man, I got a little minute. Patrice is running all over the place, ripping and running all over the place. And sometimes she's busy, so she can't jump in right away when the beginning. Claire, so how come you don't send her the link right away? I do. I sent her the link way before we get started. So it's not her, it's not me. It's just sometimes she's busy. She can't just jump on the stream right away. She got business to handle, so she's ripping and running. So anyway, she came in, started right to work, man. Asking good questions. You know what I'm saying? Staking out her shots, taking her shots. Swish. Strong performance as always. And, very intelligent sister, man. That's what I love. Man, she can kid around with us. And then when we get serious, she gets serious with us. We can talk about politics. We can talk about whatever. And she always got something interesting to say. Shout out to the sister. I gotta figure out a way how to get her and Rico to stop talking when I'm talking. I don't mind them talking, but they always start talking when I'm talking. I'll figure that one out, y'all. I want to figure that something out one day. All right, that's OG Patrice. Man, if you really want to see something, go to OG Patrice's page. And check her out singing Car Wash. Oh, I see she got a new one, Unchain My Heart by Joe Cocker. Go on over there and check that out. This sister can sing, you know that, right? And you can just watch OG Patrice and you can say, hey, yeah, I know that sister. I know her. Shout out to OG Patrice. All right, strong performance as always. solid. And then we got Mr. Libations himself, right? We got Rico. What do you think about Rico? Rico is executive produced this stream today. Set the whole thing up, set the time up. You know, we tried to get it around the time where so Patrice could join us because she told us she had a full day today. But we tried to get it back, but we did it as best we could. Or he did it. Rico did it. I don't say we because I had nothing to do with it. Rico got this guest all by himself, scouted him out, connected with him, and invited him on all by himself. So shout out to Rico for that. What do you think about Rico's performance? Too much libations? A little bit libations? A lot of libations? I always try to get Rico to push the libations off because I know once them libations start going, man, and you start talking about the kids, man, Rico heart gonna open up and then he gonna really start talking. And then he gonna be like, oh my gosh, we go from 20-minute questions to 50-minute questions, right? But Rico Young, shout out to Rico. He put this thing together, and I mean, it went off really good, really, really good. Everybody came in with some solid questions. Patrice, Jay, everybody came in with some solid questions. Even Rico had some solid questions for the guy. I just got to get Rico to start doing stuff in order, man. You got to learn how to build suspense so people will stay. You tell the end, the man come right on, and Rico go right to the end. Did you win? Yeah. So people go, oh, he won. Now I can leave now. Oh, you know, you got to build suspense up, brother. You got to build suspense. But anyway, but we build suspense. So we'll work on it, y'all. We still learning. All of us. We still learning. Me, Rico, Patrice. We still learning. All right, y'all. Solid performance out of Rico Young. Solid performance. If you see him out in the street, man, give him a what's up, man. You know, tell him, hey, man, good job on that interview, man. You did it. You set that up. You see Patrice. If you guys look like a lot of you guys watched that Aaron Thompson interview, that's one of our biggest ones. If you like that, Patrice executive produced that. Tell Patrice, shout out, hey, that was a good interview, Patrice. You know what I'm saying? Not that she need encouragement, but it's nice to know that people appreciate the stuff that you're doing, especially when they doing it for free. I don't pay these people no money. What you talking about? Pay them nothing. Because I ain't got nothing to pay them, right? but I'm sure that the chief reason they doing this is not because they looking to get paid. They looking to help the community in some type of way. Even doing something like this, they looking to help our people in some kind of way. Even if we just putting out information that goes against, like Brother Newgrow said, that garbage they out there putting out there, right? Well, they got to play because eventually they're gonna get tired of all that garbage, and they're gonna want to see a contrast to that. And we have a whole catalog we building over here where they can come and get the real information, see some real people, just having real conversations with sometimes stars, sometimes not stars, regular people doing good stuff, man. All right. But shout out to Rico Young. Solid performance as always. Solid, strong performance. All right, man. Everybody did a great job. We work as a team. You guys in the chat working with us on the panel, and everybody work as a team. We can't pull this off without y'all. Y'all can't pull this off without us. So we appreciate y'all. We just appoint people, but y'all are the reason why we make this thing work. All right. So that's it. We'll see y'all on Thursday. Thursday's a big day. The first battle on the hill is going to be E Black. He's the first one on the hill. He's going to come after us and tell me and Rico how, and I don't know if Patrice will be here, but he's going to tell us how we some kind of way found our way onto his platform when we didn't do anything again. So he's going to come over here and tell us about all of that. So that should be interesting. And then on the next, later on the same day, I might be here by myself or maybe Patrice. I don't want to drag Patrice into something like that, but I'll talk to her and see what she want to do. But that's where I have to deal with this situation with Security Boss and Uncle Stu, because that was brought up on Black Man Unfiltered. I didn't really get a chance to address that properly, and I could tell already that was he was putting out some bad information. I had to correct him on some bad information he was putting out there. So, but anyway, we're going to do that Thursday. So Thursday's going to be Dub Day. If you got time, please come on and join both streams. All right, we'll see y'all Thursday. Peace.